everybody. Welcome to the S&B Podcast. I'm Adam Bance with my co-host, Trevor Swenson.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Hi.
Hey, we are living dreams.
With us today from the band New Year's Day, correct? Wow, nice.
It's New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, so we have Nikki Miserable, and we also have Ash Costello.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to have you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, pleasure to be here.
Couple of slightly LA locals.
It's like we're close enough.
Yeah.
It's Orange County, right?
Yeah, I mean, Orange County Pride is a big deal, so we do like to go with Orange County, but that's only because we're super Disney freaks.
That's not LA.
Yeah. And it doesn't take us 3 hours to go down the street.
Well, if you're not from this area, I could see how people lump us in with LA, which happens a lot. But I've gotten used to not correcting it.
It's not LA. I know my girlfriend's from Newport, so.
Oh, yeah. So you know.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
I
it's
say
the
I'm
same.
from Disneyland. So.
Yeah. We used to have a place down in Costa Mesa.
I love
And
Costa
used
Mesa.
to go back and forth. We had our place down there, then we had our place up here, and then we'd go back and forth.
I love Costa Mesa so much.
It was cool. Just incredibly expensive. And a waste
Yeah,
of
well,
money.
all of Southern
Waste of
California
money.
is.
Having 2 apartments here was just like.
All of Southern California is so expensive.
It's crazy how many firstborns it takes just to take like a month rent deposit.
Yeah.
You're not kidding.
Get ready
No
for
joke.
Get
No
ready
joke.
for a lot of that.
Yeah, you're not kidding at all. It's and it's absolutely nuts with everything going on right now. And the rents are still going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Still.
whatever. We can get in.
We can
That
get
could be
it.
a
We can get into
huge
that.
conversation. Or whatever.
We can
It's just-
definitely get into that
It's out
later.
of control. So what have you guys been up to lately? Obviously, you said you had to put on real clothes for this, huh?
We thanked you guys for allowing us to put on actual clothes because I feel like I've been wearing black sweatpants and black sweatshirt for 6 months straight. It feels like.
Yeah, it's pretty much been like Adidas workout clothes for the most part.
Yeah.
And sweat.
So you guys gave us actual reason to put clothes on. So
Well, that's
thank you.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
Yeah.
It's been nice showering and shaving.
I stopped showering for a while. Not to be gross, but
I actually had a
That's
beard
kinda
Wow.
gross.
Really? You guys shower every day?
See,
At least twice a day.
Who
At
quarantines and showers? What psycho does
We're
that?
still working.
fun.
What? No, not when you have this much hair.
Well, that's true. I used to have dreadlocks down to my knees. So
But,
trust
and did you
me.
shower a lot?
Oh, I showered. I just didn't get the dreadlocks wet. I
Okay,
used to
fair
have
enough.
big ducky like
Really?
hat. Oh yeah, I had dreadlocks down to my knees.
Ooh, that's
You
cool.
can
12
put that like
years.
on the shower door.
I used to.
And you're
I
still
used
good.
to hold it up like a pineapple,
I'm so jealous of dreadlocks.
wrap it up, and then like.
What made you cut them?
I was touring with a band called Fucked Up.
Okay.
You know who those guys are?
Yeah, I've heard the name.
It was us and Arcade Fire, and we were in
I remember Arcade
Essen,
Fire.
Germany,
Okay.
and
I'm very interested to hear where this goes.
I was
just
like-
the name of the band. I'm already like, whatever it is, yes, I'm in.
it's funny because they're like a band for bands.
Uh-huh.
Like you would know some of their tracks. They're on a lot of movies and that kind of crap, but it's not like a
But what made you cut your hair?
well.
What bet did you lose that day, buddy?
Yeah.
No, it was one
And
of those
why is
things.
it in Germany?
We were we were in a car park in Essen, Germany, at a hardcore festival, and it's actually kind of funny. One of the kids, look, I say kids. Fuck, this is like 15 years ago. You remember the show Goosebumps?
Oh,
Of course.
God, yes.
Are you kidding?
So Ben, the guitarist in Fucked Up, was the lead singer in No Warning and one of the kids in Goosebumps.
I didn't know that.
And
That's cool.
He
One of
was-
like the Midnight Society kids by the campfire.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think so. We can fact
That's
check
all
that.
you're
Yeah,
Afraid of the
well, we'll
dark.
have to fact check. It's
But-
either he's a kid like acting out one of the stories, or like one of the kids in the campfire, which is epically cooler.
I'm,
show.
I'm not sure.
Wait,
Oh,
Goosebumps.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Are you afraid of the dark?
No,
That's
this
the
is
campfire.
That's camp. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that-
Midnight
yeah,
Society.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
call.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, good call.
Goosebumps is like a book series that they turned into a TV
Yeah,
show on
yeah.
Nickelodeon.
I just
Yeah.
combined
Yeah.
both,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
think is fabulous.
But
of
they,
you,
but those are like it's the same era.
yeah, it's the
It's
same
definitely
era.
the same era. So we're pretty much the same age then.
Was
I'll give you that one.
Goosebumps? Wait, but Goosebumps wasn't on Nickelodeon. I think.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
I-
right
I
before. Are
think
you?
that-
It was. It
The
was
difference
right.
was Snick and regular Nickelodeon.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
So you had like Goosebumps. Are you afraid of the dark? What was
Is
the
there
one
any
with
other
like
cool
Camp
ones?
Anawana? What was that one?
No, those are the
Salute
only two
Your
cool.
Shorts.
Salute Your Shorts.
Yeah.
And-
Yes.
and-
Oh, that was so good.
And Hey Dude, that was also a
Hey
big
dude,
one.
I remember
that was
that.
the that's
I had a crush on
Ben
the guy
Stiller's
with the hair
wife.
down to here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where she came from.
That's right.
Does no one remember the guy with the hair down to here from Hey Dude?
I didn't have
The
a crush
Indian
on him.
guy?
I did. The Indian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was so cute.
Really?
I liked him a lot. Anyway,
I
sorry,
really
guys.
did like Ben Stiller's wife. She was cute.
she,
Yeah, she was.
She was, yeah.
She was total baby in that.
So
Anyway, sorry.
So randomly, I decided right there in that car park to cut off all of my dreads
But
after
why?
like 12 years.
Does this involve drugs?
Put them
or
into a
anything?
pizza box.
No.
Okay.
And then chased Damien, the lead singer of that band, around the car park with it. Damien at that time was around 380 pounds.
Oh, my.
And the guys were like, they've never seen him move as quick because
But
he's so
why?
disgusted by hair.
But what was wrong with your dreadlocks?
Because he's disgusted by hair.
I guess if you're disgusted by hair, that's pretty
why does
gross.
anybody cut off their dreads? It's
But you
kind of
said they
like
were so long.
they were long.
You were
yeah.
just over it. You just had
I
that
started
moment
them when I was
of,
12 years old.
Oh my gosh.
wow.
Mhm.
I'm trying to picture you right now with 12-year-old dreadlocks. It's really hard.
Yeah, my mom was like, "What are you
Imagine.
doing?" I was like, "I'm doing it. You can't make me wash my
I
hair."
will say I've always wanted actual real dreadlocks. You know, I just think they're really beautiful. I really like them, but I
If you
imagine
look
the
after
upkeep.
them.
Well, the upkeep. I feel like
Yeah.
most people will think the upkeep's really minimal, but the upkeep is actually very
Daily.
extensive.
Yeah,
So that's a common misconception. I don't think that's like a big commitment.
it was. But
Yeah.
can you imagine trying to this 15, 16-year-old boy looking after his? I just let it go. I was just like, whatever.
I can picture it. I
Yeah.
feel like it will look like some sort of Jim Henson character.
It was kind of creepy at the time. I also was about 100 pounds lighter. And
That happens. Wait,
was-
so now I want to know how we met because you guys have like built the anticipation
Yeah,
of this.
tell the story.
it was in Houston.
Do you remember where?
Yeah.
I remember the weirdest
was
stuff.
I
It
do
wasn't like
remember-
at an
I'm like-
after
I'm
party
the
where I was
same way like
hammered,
that.
was it?
No,
Okay, good.
no. It was in Houston, and your generator on your bandwagon broke.
Okay, which I know Nikki
That was
claims, but
2013.
no, you also need to understand there was Warped Tours you weren't on, and our generator broke in 2010 and 11 as well.
And it was hot as shit.
2011, you didn't have a bandwagon. You had a van.
Yeah, but we didn't have AC either.
2013, I'm pretty sure it was.
Probably 2013.
And I was tour managing Crossfaith.
And they were on 2013.
Wait, 2013 or 15?
They were technically on both, but our generator went out in 13. I'm just going to revel in my intelligence.
we were on 13 and 15.
Yeah.
Crossfaith was
Yeah.
one of our favorite bands to watch more
They were.
forever.
15,
Awesome.
15 I was with Riff Raff,
Oh my.
Crossfaith.
Riff Raff?
That's how we met Adam.
Can you confirm a rumor for us?
Ooh.
Is it about the Riff Raff thing that happened this morning?
Wait, something happened this morning?
Oh, Riff Raff went off on what's the guy that released like Troy Lawton or what's the guy that released the record?
He's still around?
First off,
Riff
no
is
idea who
still-
Troy is. Riff Raff's still alive?
We're not well versed in
Yeah.
current affairs.
That's fine.
But when we were on Warped Tour, the rumor was, because I'm going to be crude for a second.
Be crude.
Okay. So the rumor was, because when you tour on a bus or bandwagon, similar, you can't poop on the bus.
Yeah.
Correct.
You can't.
Rule
It
number one.
Yeah, it clogs up the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
But-
fucked that up multiple
But
times.
Riff Raff, we heard, had one of those poop grinders, so
Yep.
he did.
Yep.
That's a real thing.
Mhm.
That's how you know you've made it when you have a
Yeah.
poop grinder.
Starbus. You get a Starbus.
Poop grinder?
Off
Was it
of-
really a grinder?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Is that right?
All right, for the
So
for the for
cool.
My
the for the
family's
viewers,
RV had a
He,
poop
he also
grinder.
had a spa shower on the
What does
interior
that
of it
mean?
too.
Spa shower.
So it's like 4 different heads.
That's too much. Now that's
No, it's-
unnecessary.
There's never too much for
so
a
he
shower.
wasn't on a Prevost then. He was on something else.
No, the Prevost make the bus. It's just
A massive upgrade
Yeah, it was a brand new bus. Like he was the first one on
with
it.
a poop grinder.
Explain people in radio world and TV land what a poop grinder.
I don't know. All I know is that
It's
you
a-
can't
yeah.
poop on the bus, but if you're super famous or rich and can afford the luxury of
The
having
grinder.
a bus with a poop grinder, you can poop on your bus and that's a big deal
Yeah,
on Warped
Yeah.
Tour.
It's technically a small little man that lives inside the bus that when you poop inside, he's in the
He's
pipe
in
and
there
he
with
kind of grinds it up for you.
Relax.
Like a gnome. Like a gnome. Did anyone else picture a garden gnome? Because I did.
That's it,
Or
yeah,
like a
little
Keebler
guy.
elf.
I love it.
He has to have a red little hood hat.
Yeah.
And you have to
Or like
feed
the
him
leprechaun.
twice a day.
Poop. You have to feed him poop twice a day.
But before
On
midnight, after that, it's over.
On tour, I guarantee
Yeah.
twice a day is not a problem.
Well, that
So,
was that,
yeah.
that was the problem is that because the grinder was only in the back toilet, so everybody was constantly going to use his
Oh,
toilet.
I would be
Oh.
And he
so
was
upset.
pissed because
Yeah.
he was like, I paid for this
Ew.
fucking bus. there's 12 of us. It was 8 people on the bus. And you guys were all coming back here. And obviously he had like,
because that's his bedroom. That's like a
That
private
was it.
space. So,
but he definitely kind of
wow,
let that go a little bit too much. In the
I would never
beginning.
let you use my poop grinder. I love you. You're my brother, but I would never let you use my poop grinder.
Oh, I've learned to have out of body experiences whenever I use those.
Porta potties.
Yeah.
I have so many bad porta potty
Yeah,
stories.
those things. Oh, I remember that on the East Coast.
Yeah.
You get there in the morning, and you're just like,
There's no porta potties delivered yet.
Or Texas or Florida.
or it's like 700 million degrees at 11 o'clock
or
in the
if
morning.
you're one of the only girls on Warped Tour and you have to use it, and when you done your business and open the door, there's like your Warped Tour crush waiting to use it right after you, and you have to the walk of shame past the porta potty.
But they don't know what you've done.
Oh,
Yes,
they
they
know.
do.
They
They
fucking
don't
know.
yes, they do. There's only one
Like
reason.
somebody before
There's
me. Oh.
You know, you
Oh.
tried to use that line. I'm like, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it wasn't, but sometimes it was.
It was the humidity ones that got
There
me.
was
Even
a
if you went
couple-
to blow your nose,
Pittsburgh.
you're like, they shit.
There was a couple times I had to use there was banned porta potties and public porta potties, right? So there was a couple times I had to use public ones.
Yeah.
And the public ones were like massively worse than the banned ones. It looked a very vivid memory of one where it looked like someone like stepped in the poop and then kicked all around the porta potty and like kicked the door open. They was just like surrounded by poop. But there wasn't anything you could do. Like there was very slim pickings on Warped Tour of where you could
This
go.
is the greatest conversation we've ever had on the show. We're talking about shitting and porta potties.
But this is real.
and poop
This is
grinders.
real talk. Do the
This
people
is the
wanna
greatest
know?
thing ever.
Do the people want to know what it's really like to be
Dude,
on
that
Warped Tour?
feeling you have like when it's like 3-4 p.m. and you have to go and your stomach just drops because you're like, there's nothing
Where am
else
I
I can
gonna
do.
go?
You have to go
There
in
was
there.
one time. Okay,
And then,
I think,
my spirit has left my body while I'm in there, and I've watched myself shit and had to go
Ew.
visit my family, just to like have some sense
it
of
back.
normality, come back into my body, and then
there was.
resume.
I think it was Carolina Rebellion. We played Carolina Rebellion a couple years ago with Ghost, right?
Yep.
And Ghost played at like 3-4 p.m. in the daytime, which now would never happen. So this was a couple years back. So they were playing during the daytime, and I think one of the ghouls really had to go number 2 because I saw one of the ghouls come out
Ghouls
of
don't
the.
shit.
He did with his mask on. He came out with his mask on, full like velvet 3-piece suit, coming out of the porta potty. And you all know what he did in there. I mean, we all know.
Yeah.
We know.
But I like that imagery. I don't know. I just really like one of the ghost schools using the porta potty.
Do you think the ghost poop had a mask on?
You can't poop a mask.
Did he have a grinder?
No.
I have
Ghost
Takes a
probably
little
does
grinder
now.
man here.
Did you take a sample of it?
I have a great photo of Corey Taylor coming out of the porta potty and then going into a photo opportunity, and he's just
That's
like,
a real thing.
I'm like, I just took a shit. Leave me alone.
Dude,
till I find it."
and at most of those festivals, it's like 3,000 degrees in those porta potties. You're just sitting there in your shame, just sweating. I would feel like it just rolling down my back, and I'm like, this is the career I chose.
Yeah.
I chose this. I did this to me.
Yeah,
I did this to myself.
I lucked out. The first year I did Warped, I was like, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. But,
I don't think anyone knows what they're doing.
but
the
I was
first
on a
year.
bus, so I was lucky.
Okay, that's not fair.
First year
First
I did
of
Warped,
all.
2009.
You can't do warp.
Not
tour
even
in
a
van.
bandwagon.
Who
You
does it
skip
in a
straight to
van?
bus.
Bandwagons weren't around.
I don't even
Wow.
Kevin allows people to be in a van on Warp Tour. He's just like,
We
no.
have,
No,
unfortunately.
You
He
did a
does.
van,
Yeah.
3 times, and 2 didn't have working AC.
and you did the full Warp Tour,
Yeah.
or you just like parts
We
of
did
it.
2007, 2010, 2011 in a van, and I think 2007 our AC broke halfway. 2011 it broke the whole time. And what we would do is take naps in like the locker area or the
Yep.
the catering if it was inside and air conditioned, and it was pretty brutal. It's pretty awful. But I look back and I go, how did I even do that?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they should make it completely. I mean, if Warped Tour's still around, he should definitely make a rule not for bands not to do it in a van. It's horrible.
I mean, he definitely tries.
Well,
that's
that's
for
how
sure.
we met.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about it.
That's how we met.
So,
It was because
Houston.
Houston, your generator broke,
Okay.
and I came and fixed it.
What? I didn't know that. Wait,
No
where
way.
was I?
Yeah.
Where was I?
You were in between.
You were in the air conditioning
No.
hall waiting
You
for
were
it to get
somewhere
fixed.
You were
else.
in between.
Fix it, peasants.
It was like it was. You know how Houston was in that big car park,
Yeah.
and then the bandwagons and the buses park across the street.
No, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, because the stadium
I don't remember.
is
Yeah.
right there, and then they got the barbecue
Nah, I don't
spot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We parked our bandwagons next to each other.
Question. This is what's going to really drive home what year it was. Do you remember, was our bandwagon driver helping you?
No.
Okay, because 2015
I don't
was when we had
remember.
Brian
I don't
as
remember.
a bandwagon driver, and he helped fix the generator. I remember him like laying on his bare tummy, like trying to fix it.
Because somebody
Anyway.
came to me, because I've been on him a bunch of times, and the same shit happened to me. The air intake
Yeah.
got fucked. And
Yeah.
I just cleaned out
It
your
broke.
intake
It
valve.
broke the Texas to Florida week,
That's-
which is the hottest week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty. I remember we bought like these big Gatorade jugs full of ice, and we were taping like duct taping Ziploc bags of ice like our arms and our stomachs and our legs so we could sleep at night.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was too hot in the bunk, so we were all sleeping in the hallway
Yep.
in our underwear.
I
was
did,
horrible.
I did that with sharks.
It
one
was
year
horrible.
When we parked in Cleveland, and they had that it's the Cuyahoga Falls one, and you're in this big grassy area, but they parked us over the top of.
Warped Tour is brutal.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god! Now you're making me like I have PTSD.
Yeah, I remember most of
You're
it.
making me I feel trauma
I
right now.
remember pretty good too. And I'm trying
feel
to remember
traumatized.
Cleveland. I
Yeah, but it
remember
was
Houston
Cleveland.
for
Cleveland's
sure.
like the hills, up and down the hills.
There's very few that stick out to me now. There's one in Pennsylvania. Remember, you had to like push your gear if you were in the back monster tent. You had to push it over gravel and rocks around rattlesnakes. Scranton, yeah.
That was Scranton.
Gravel,
He's done a lot of work
gravel,
tours,
gravel, rocks, and rattlesnakes. I mean, if that's not a level 10 of touring out of 1 out of 10, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's very. I mean, Europe is very similar to that.
You don't get rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Kind of throw and go, and I'm in Europe. Let's go.
Yeah. It's all Europe. We've definitely had some sketchy, weird experiences in Europe.
But in Europe, it's not rattlesnakes. It's more like mythological creatures. You know, you got like griffins and
Hippogriffs.
Where's that?
Europe.
I don't know. It is imagination.
It's got to be like. It's got to be Sweden or something. Right?
Oh, but you fixed it for us?
Well, I tried.
Oh, well, thank you.
I don't remember what the outcome was.
Me neither anymore.
I'll be honest.
And all the warp tours blur together
I
at
do
this
remember.
rate.
I do remember, and there was somebody there that was like, "I can't figure it out," and I was like, "I'll help."
But you know what? Out of all the like crazy memories of Warped Tour, I wouldn't trade the 7 years because we did it 7 years. That's I think out of all the females on Warped Tour, I had done it the most out of anybody, and besides employees, like as far, like artist wise, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Those are just like the best memories in the whole world.
This episode of SNB Podcast brought to you by Veeps. For artists, by artists, always commission free. For a full list of upcoming shows, visit Veeps.com.
Making good music is hard, but marketing your music shouldn't be. It's simple.
Simple was born out of the idea of wanting to help musicians and industry professionals better navigate the modern music industry.
Whether you're an artist, band, manager, or record owner, Simple has a solution for you.
They offer Facebook and Instagram ads management services, Spotify growth, content marketing consultations, and so much more.
Visit their website at oddlysimple.xyz. That's SIMPL, no E, .xyz.
No E. Go check it out.
Thanks. So what have you guys been doing to keep yourselves occupied these days with all the fun
Besides
stuff?
not
Besides not
showering.
dressing and showering and
Besides
shaving.
not putting makeup on.
Yeah.
And, well, I decided I wanted to dye my hair blonde from red. So I did that. It took a couple days. And then I've been writing new music. You know, like every band on the planet using their free time to go write new records. So at the end of this pandemic, every band ever is going to have a brand new record. And then I'm in a second band besides New Year's Day called the Haxons. And we're a smaller band because we don't really have a lot of time to tour. It's only 2 members. The other member's in Rob Zombie, so obviously he's very busy. And but now with the downtime, we are going full steam ahead with a lot of Halloween stuff.
Really? In
Yeah.
October? That's so weird.
I know, doesn't that even make sense? A band with me and one of the guys from Rob Zombie, Halloween, could you imagine? And we're doing I know he doesn't want me to talk about it yet, but we're doing a lot of really cool stuff and experimenting with new outlets for bands that haven't been done yet, which could either flop really hard or be really epic. So time will tell. We don't know. But so far it's gonna be really cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
And you can't say anything about it.
I can say it's going to be if Pee-wee's Playhouse and Sonny and Cher and the Monkeys variety show had like a weird Halloween child.
Please tell me that Paul's going to be a part of it.
I wish. I wish. He's very expensive to get.
I know, but it sucks. His tour got canceled. Now, everybody's tour
Did
got
you
canceled.
see his new movie?
No. What?
Pee-wee's Big Holiday. Okay, this is okay.
He's got a new movie.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
Here's the
man.
thing. No one. I feel like it flew under the radar some way because
It came out already?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Because I didn't know about it, and
think
I'm a
it's on Prime.
huge Pee-wee's Playhouse person. And I only watched it for the first time 2 weeks ago. I had no idea. It's called Pee-wee's Big Holiday. It was filmed in 2018, released 2019, so it's very new. And I haven't laughed as hard as I've laughed at this movie in a long time. Like belly laughing. One of the scenes in this movie 2016. Oh my God.
Oh, I was like, yeah, 4 years ago. All right.
Then there's something from 2018 that I'll have to bring up. But
That's
this
probably
movie
the live.
there's something from 2018 too.
It's
Yeah.
Netflix?
Is it? You can find it
What is
on
that one?
Amazon
I'm watching
too.
that for sure.
There's a scene in it with a balloon. It's near the end of the movie, and I laughed so hard. It's genius. At first, you're watching the movie, you're like, man, I wonder if he's still funny.
Netflix movie.
I thought it was Amazon. Wait,
No, but that's crazy because normally they push, new shit.
Yeah.
It's like right at the top.
Yeah, but it was
Wait.
4 years ago.
Pee-wee's Big Top
Yeah,
or
but it's
Pee-wee's Big
something-
Holiday?
yeah.
Which one are you looking
Pee-wee's
at?
Big
Let's
No,
just,
Holiday.
Big Top Pee-wee came out in like 1988.
I just
Big
want to make sure he had
Yeah.
it right.
Pee-wee's Big Holiday.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Netflix movie.
Which I love Pee-wee's Big Top Pee-wee.
Which is probably...
I think it's better than Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You're squishing your shoe.
I was like, what is that? It's like, is there a dog in here?
No, Pee-wee's Big Holiday is everything you hope. Like everything you imagine in your mind, you're like, man, I hope this movie delivers. It delivers and then some.
But not
you see
is
Bill and
Penelope
Ted?
Ann Miller in there, though?
No.
I just saw the new Bill and Ted.
No.
Fucking horrible.
It was
What?
the
No.
worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Jason Lee said it was the greatest thing ever made.
was-
I've never seen
Whoever
it.
Jason
I
Lee is,
haven't.
I'm not
Honestly,
Jason Lee from Almost Famous,
He just lost all
Mallrats.
credibility.
then he
after
has
that.
no
Jason Lee was
sense
in
of
Almost
class
Famous?
or taste.
Yeah, he plays the
was
singer
paid
of
for that advertisement.
Yeah.
what's the band that they're supposed to be in Almost Famous? The band name.
He's not the
Oh,
singer. No. Jason
yeah,
Lee,
yeah.
you got right with the second one. Jason Lee is the guy from Mallrats. He
Yeah,
is, but
he's in Almost
silent.
Famous.
No, he's Silent Bob
Yeah.
from
he's not.
Jay and Silent Bob.
No.
Jason
Are
Lee.
we thinking of two different Jason Lees?
No, Jason. You're thinking about the guy with the.
Am I thinking of
horns.
Kevin Lee?
Yeah.
Kevin Lee.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm an
I
idiot.
was like,
Jason
wait.
Lee. Jason Lee.
I
Yes,
was like,
isn't
I have
also-
a massive crush on Jason Lee, so
Okay,
I'm pretty
good,
sure
yeah.
I've got
Oh
it
my
right.
God.
He's like my top 5
No, it was
celebrity.
awful.
It was literally the worst fucking movie I've
Wait,
ever seen. in my life.
why?
life.
Why?
It was
Really?
so forced to the point of where I could.
No.
The first 10
Did you
minutes
see
of the
it?
movie were funny.
No, because we were going to watch it a couple weeks ago. Is it worse than Dumb and Dumberer?
It is probably one of the worst movies I've seen in the past.
Worse
year.
than Dumb and
No.
Dumber 2, worse
Yeah.
than Joe Dirt 2, worse than Zoolander
Joe
2.
Dirt
Yeah.
2 was pretty bad.
I think honestly,
But was
I
it-
paid money for this movie and turned it off.
Yeah.
And
No.
I didn't finish it.
I was like, this is
That-
getting bad and bad to worse to cheesy, and now it's like it's not even cheesy. Now I'm angry that I've paid money for this.
So it's on the
Oh.
same level then as Anchorman 2 and Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
no, those are all better.
Those are
No
are
way.
Anchorman 2
quality
wasn't
gold.
too. Out of
Yeah.
all the 2s we're talking about, I think Anchorman 2 is probably the least bad.
No,
Hot Tub Time Machine was the
seriously,
worst.
I was so
I think I
angry
saw
about
part
it.
Damn. I've been
terrible.
wanting to watch the Bill and Ted sequel. Now I'm just
No,
probably
really
not going
Not
to.
even
Don't
worth
listen
it.
to these
Honestly,
people.
I'd rather watch
Just watch
season
yourself.
2
Don't listen to
of
these people.
Cobra Kai again.
Yeah.
Actually,
that-
it's gotten
that was
really.
cheese.
You got to remember that got released 2 years ago
Yeah.
on.
First
Cobra
season
Kai
was
did?
about. Second
Yeah,
one,
it
I
was on,
like,
I
haven't
too
seen
much.
it
It was
yet.
on YouTube, whatever the Prime version of YouTube is, where you have to pay
YouTube
to watch
TV.
whatever it is, and it tanked because who has a subscription to YouTube? You know,
Yeah.
everyone
Oh
watches it for
no,
free.
I will never pay for YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
No.
It's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But then, so they released it on Netflix, and now it was the number one on YouTube for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I know everyone's
on Netflix,
everyone's
on
It
Netflix,
is
sorry.
very forced and it is very cheesy. The first one, like I could get through it, like they had like a couple throwbacks, Easter eggs. So you're like, oh, that's cool. Like it got me in. And then second season, I'm like, this is too much cheese. Like I'm lactose intolerant. I can't take that.
I
much.
haven't
I'm not
seen it
lactose
yet.
intolerant.
I haven't seen it yet. I know everyone's talking about Cobra Kai, so it's on my list.
Yeah,
but let me
you're
rest
right.
assured, you guys, you need to go into Pee-wee's Big Holiday. You need
Good
to go
plug.
in You need to go in expecting it to be cheesy and
See-
and be okay with that. But it delivers and it's like it's
I love
satisfying
him, though.
cheesy.
I love him though. He was always intending to be cheesy.
Exactly.
You know?
No, he was intending
Yeah.
to be absolutely perverted, but nobody picked up on it.
No,
It was
it
incredible.
was super
Oh,
adult.
yeah.
Oh my god, my mother would love
Yeah.
that show, and then all of a sudden, like 20 years later, they find out what this stuff is. And sorry, I'm doing the lip thing.
It's very.
I
mean, I'm like
the episode where they did mirrored shoes and they kept following the chick
and looking
around
at their skirts.
and there's that was the funny thing. And Lawrence Fishburne in that show was hilarious.
I didn't even realize it was Lawrence Fishburne until we've been doing research for the Haxon show that we've been writing, and so I've only gone back and watched Pee-wee's Playhouse episodes in the past couple months, and I that's when I realized, like, wow, this is really adult.
Really?
Like the X-ray specs to see through the girls' clothes.
Yeah.
What? That's a kid's show?
And then it's funny to go on later. You're like, oh, now I understand what you did.
Yeah.
Even the word of the day, like some of those were like, really? I mean,
And
there's
there's an episode called Slumber Party where I'm like, there's a lot of insinuation here that I did not pick up on as a kid.
Did you watch Kidding
What's
with
that?
Jim Carrey?
No, is
I
it
never
good?
heard of that.
Okay.
Please
It was
say
on
it's
HBO,
good.
wasn't it?
I know what you're talking about,
can
but I didn't
say
watch it.
outright that it's one of the best TV shows that I've seen
Okay.
in a while.
What's it on?
Show.
So basically,
I think it
what
was
he
HBO.
does.
Okay.
No, I think Showtime.
I've been
Showtime.
meaning to watch
He
it.
plays he plays a dysfunctional Mr. Rogers. So it's like a childhood kind of.
What?
That sounds like
he's
something I
having
need to watch for
he's having
like
a fucking
research
He's
for
like
my
the
show.
happiest guy in the world, but in the whole thing is that his wife's divorcing him while fucking the neighbor, and he's having this like huge breakdown. So in the middle of it, he ends up buying the house next door to his wife. Doesn't tell her. So he's like,
This sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
His
fucked
family
up.
seems like everybody in quarantine right now.
Yay!
yeah.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
like,
I'll
dying
watch
on
it.
the inside, but
and
like
there's this amazing thing at one of the ends where it's like he's on this show and Ariana Grande comes
That's
in
random.
and does, oh yeah, but it's like on acid.
really.
It's like
Okay,
the
I'm sold.
craziest shit.
I'm sold.
But the writing on it's really good. Like the
Which is a plus.
like oh no, like the whole storyline's really good. And it's Jim Carrey because he's fucked up.
He's absolutely insane.
I
you
think
know, like-
I
In the
absolutely
best
am
way.
in
So,
I
love.
love him. I love him. You know?
I'm in
Rightly
love with
so.
Jim Carrey.
He had some shit happen to you know he watched his his girlfriend commit suicide.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is like
Yeah.
That was
poor
before or
guy.
after the Andy Kaufman movie, though.
this
He
is
did-
Oh
this is
my
new.
god!
Did you
Dude,
watch
watching
the-
that movie about
Oh,
that?
Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon?
Wow.
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
The documentary.
The documentary about
making
him
it.
making it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he went in heavy on that.
Wow.
It fucked me up a little bit.
But Leo does that in almost all of his movies. Like, he gets in real heavy to the actual
Yeah.
character, so.
I really appreciated the documentary filming the making of it. It really moved me. There's so many things I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but there's so many things he says that it's just really moving. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I highly
I
recommend
loved it.
that, especially if you're an artist.
I really wish they could make a documentary about Leonardo DiCaprio's like getting into the role of Wolf on Wall Street.
Do you haven't
Just
seen the
to
behind the
see-
scenes videos of that?
No.
Oh my God, they're all over Instagram. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. So, when you're done with this, look it up.
Okay.
He's sitting there, and the like him and the who directed Wolf of Wall Street?
I don't know.
No.
Scorsese?
Scorsese.
No.
Scorsese.
Okay.
They're sitting there just
Why
having a
did I know that?
conversation. Everybody in the room is just like
Scorsese
chilling out,
Obama.
and all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, in 10," and he sits there and he just goes like this and he crosses his arms, and all of a sudden, boom, he's Jordan Belfort. I'm like, holy
Wow.
shit.
He's
Like
incredible.
I just gave myself goosebumps thinking about because like he went.
I thought he was going to win an Oscar
zoned
for
in.
Wolf of Wall Street for sure.
But the problem is he went up against
Daniel Day-Lewis?
No, the
No.
Joker, wasn't it?
no Joker. Joker came out 2 years after that. There was a movie he went up against that
It was
that
too
he
good.
lost to. It was like
Lord of the Rings.
no. It was Argo. It was, I think he went up against Argo.
I never saw Argo.
It was a really good movie.
good.
So
I used to always like watch all the Oscar
Hmm?
movies.
Ben Affleck, was it? Or-
yeah, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Who won Best Actor that year?
Was it Ben Affleck?
I don't know.
Google
We-
it. Google it. Google
Go
it.
to the Google. So
What year was that? Wolf of Wall
2016, 2014, maybe something like that.
It was so funny. It took me forever to watch that movie because Ash was like, "You got to see this movie.
It's
so
one of my
good."
favorite movies of all time.
And I'm
2013.
like,
Okay.
Why would I want to watch a movie about the stock market? It's like this doesn't seem anything interesting. And then I watched it. I was
Now
like,
it's our
all right,
favorite.
I'm in.
We've watched
I'm
it
in.
so many times on our tour bus that it's now banned.
So funny story about that movie, which he's googling.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
It
I
was
know
Daniel
it.
Day-Lewis. What movie was
He's
it?
So good.
Oh, there was There Will Be Blood, right?
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
yeah.
a good
Yeah.
movie too.
Yeah.
All right, no.
That's a good
Yeah,
movie.
you mean like
Fair, yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
drink your milkshake.
Yeah. And then he kills him, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So So, funny story about that movie is that's my all-time favorite movie. I don't know if I've ever told the
Really?
story on the show. Have I ever told the story on the show?
For Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
okay, got it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
Either way, so
That was good too.
I got to tell this
okay.
story.
Doesn't-
This is an Adam
Okay,
tour
sorry,
story
sorry.
that again I don't know if I told on the show or not. So I'm on a flight. I don't know where the hell I was going to, and I was watching Wolf of Wall Street, and I'm like,
It's a
okay,
good fight movie.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
because it's 3.5 hours long, and, and
And
they
it
do.
keeps you entertained the whole time.
Fact check. What
got
does
Margot
what does
Robbie, too.
it hold a world record for? Anybody know?
The,
No.
The most curse word of some kind.
Most times they say "fuck" in a movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I have something like I was close.
Yeah. I think it broke the record of The Departed.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is another movie. Which is
Which is
another movie.
a Leo movie.
Also another movie banned on our
Scorsese.
tour bus.
Yeah.
Completely banned.
Either way,
I
so I'm
still
watching the
like watching
movie and I'm like, hey, I did a lot of research on Jordan Belfort, and Jordan Belfort, the real person, is
Yeah.
an absolute piece of shit. He's a terrible,
Really?
terrible person. Oh,
Because I follow him on Instagram and I'm addicted.
do you know why he actually went to prison though?
No.
Because he stole a bunch of money from old people, telling them that he would make them rich. It wasn't anything to do with the Steve Madden IPO stuff. It was the fact that he
okay.
was ripping people off.
Oh yeah.
And then he
which
got
is-
caught. He was a terrible
Yeah, I
person.
could have guessed.
So anyway, I'm like, maybe I'll go watch this guy speak. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and he's speaking in New York. I'm like, oh shit!
Well,
I'm
you
gonna go to
actually
New York.
went?
Hold on. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to see what tickets are. And the tickets for that particular event were $10,000 a piece. And I said,
Oh,
no, I'm not going to hit $10,000 for this.
What?
So I landed in LA, and I did a couple meetings for a day, and I was going back to the airport, and my the car dropped me off at the airport, and I'm walking up, and there's another car service dropping somebody off, and this smoking chick walks out of the car, and I'm just like, oh. And then this little tiny guy walks out.
Stop
And I'm like,
it.
and I'm
Where
like,
is this
I'm like,
going?
holy
You
fuck,
stop it.
Jordan Belfort. He
No
goes,
way.
hey, what's up, man? I said, big fan. I said, I was going to come see you speak in New York. He goes, oh, you coming? I said, fuck, no, but it's really nice to meet you.
how to make $1 million and charge 10,000 tickets for all. It's like, you don't
Yeah.
need me.
Wow.
But that's my Jordan
amazing.
Belfort story.
That is a great
Yeah.
story.
Robbins doesn't even charge that.
But Tony Robbins,
No.
I think most of theirs are usually free, and then
Tony
they sell the
Robbins is worth
book.
a lot
Yeah.
more-
Yeah.
Tony Robbins
So-
is worth a lot more money than Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, but Jordan.
That's another documentary I watched recently and it bummed me out.
Which one?
I forget the name of it. It follows a whole Tony Robbins like convention where it follows different like select people in their journey through like the self discovery of his.
You have to pay for that
Talks.
self-discovery.
But it's really kind of bummed me out.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly the whole thing because it came out around 2015, I think. But I just remember going, that didn't make me feel very good.
I'm a huge. Well, the one, not to segue or whatever, but I just watched the Challenger one.
I don't know that one.
The history behind the shuttle that exploded.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Netflix one.
Yeah.
Did it bum
Really,
you out?
it's really depressing because I mean, not to
we
ruin
know
it.
the ending.
By the time this airs, everybody's going to see it anyways. But
Well, everybody should know.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
We
mean,
all know how
but
it is.
Not a
the
spoiler
movie
alert, but
pretty much
spoiler alert.
it tells the story leading up to when they die. It's like
Oh,
shit.
and all the people like getting ready to
man.
go on it.
Yeah, and then of course,
No,
you know, the
no.
teacher, that was a big play on her because she was a normal person. You know, astronauts know there's an assumed risk when you're an astronaut that you know you may
Assumed.
die. Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No shit.
And they told, and the thing was, everybody kind of knew that these O-rings were going to fail, so they're like, they just sent them up anyway.
Why?
And also, you remember we talked about this on an episode.
it's like
I said
Chernobyl.
I've been in Florida the year that it snowed on Christmas. You guys didn't believe me? We
Oh, yeah.
Googled
It
it.
was
That was the
1985.
same fucking year.
Wow.
Yeah.
It snowed in
Yeah, he
Florida.
remembered.
Wait, what do you mean they knew there was a part that wasn't going to work?
So
The seals.
the seals on the O-rings on the actual the propulsion jets, the seals on those, you got to remember that day they launched, there was ice all over everything in Florida because the temperature dropped below 32 degrees for a week, and they still launched. So you know, when you have plastic expands and contracts when it's warmer.
Yeah.
So a regular launch, it's supposed to be 55 degrees or warmer, so everything's, you know, sealed up tight and nice and ready to go. When you have ice, plastic and rubber don't respond. So if you have pressure and this is still like a rock hard ice, you're gonna have leakage.
Yeah.
So that's what it was?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Oh
happened.
my
So,
gosh.
Oh, why didn't they just cancel it?
because timelines, you know, government contracts, everything, you have to stay on your timeline or else they pull your funding.
And how did that go, everybody?
Well,
Yeah.
they launched another rocket 35 months later. So
I went to that rocket.
The Discovery
the
launch.
Tesla launch in
No
Fort,
shit.
in Cape Canaveral.
Space
I was
scares
there.
me.
I went there
Why
the
does it
first
scare
time.
you
They
though?
scrubbed
Now
it.
it's going to be commercialized.
I drove
No,
up
I
from
mean-
West Palm.
That's gnarly.
I don't
was cool
care
watching
how
that.
That's just cool
commercialized
just to see
it
that,
probably
you know,
never
just be there.
be commercialized like that in my time.
No, it will.
Absolutely.
For normal people to afford.
They all,
Do you know how that they have the
220,000, not normal people.
That's what I mean.
But I
Like
mean,
I'm not gonna be able to afford that in my time.
Now it costs like a little bit under $1 billion.
Yeah.
to go to space.
So that means that there's over that's 6,000 people on the planet can afford to take that flight.
And they're trying to make it $220,000 a ticket. Actually, Virgin Galactic got me with this because I got one of those spam emails saying $1,000 down, $219,000 pay later.
Wow.
And I was like,
Hold your seat.
I was like, how
Disney
much is this
card? I got
actually
you.
I wonder how many people fell for that though.
Well, that's
Oh,
the thing.
hundreds.
Wow.
Easily hundreds.
Yeah. That's
See, I'm just too. I get scared to even fly, just in general. I mean, last year I think we flew. Not last year, before the pandemic. The year before the pandemic, I think we flew over probably around 30 times for tour, and I'm terrified of flying. Like, it's a huge phobia for me. He has to fly with me, sit next to me, and hold my hand every time. And
Can I ask you why though? I'm going to interrupt this because I'm going to teach you the easiest way to get over this. So.
Everyone, I no offense, but everybody tries to help me with this. But I happily accept a new train of thought. I haven't tried hypnotism yet. That's going to be
I'll
next
tell you the
for
easiest
me.
way to do it.
I got it.
I get
I got
really
this
drunk.
one.
Okay, go
No,
for
no.
Go for it.
Do you read? Do you know what? Do you like science? Do you like
Well,
learning about
they
things
did,
or not?
They did.
No, just-
I've been told often to talk to pilots, so I started messaging pilots, and they would tell me statistics.
No,
and
don't
things.
do
Okay.
that because they'll tell you horror stories and you're
Yeah.
like, no.
Then I started talking to stewardesses, and one I'll never forget. This was at Aztecas recently when we were there. So she goes, don't worry about flying once you're cruising altitude. Worry about takeoff and landing. That's what
Yeah,
most
that's
planes
the-
are. And I was like, don't fucking tell me that.
That's the truth.
No, don't.
So-
you know either.
Here.
No.
No. So I'll tell you. So when you're at 35,000 feet, planes just don't fall out of the sky and land. No, it doesn't happen.
I know.
Because you have 35,000 feet to correct your air.
Yeah.
Plus, if there's turbulence, all you have to think about is it's a windy day out. It's just windy out here.
Yeah.
It's not,
Like, that's all it is.
Turbulence isn't wind.
But if you think
It's
about
like
it
a
as it's a
boat
little bit
behind
of
another
wind,
boat.
aviation,
Wait,
I
what is
actually.
turbulence?
It's like a boat
Turbulence
behind
is the
another boat,
turbulence
right?
is when warm air and cool air.
Cool air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the difference in pressure.
One of the stewardesses told me we had really bad turbulence once, and she said it's because we're on the same flight track as another plane, so it's like we're hitting
Yep,
the wakes of
the wake-
another
the-
plane.
Well,
The hot air
that's
and the
jet
cold air.
wash technically. I mean,
Oh.
if you really want to, that's ever watched the movie Top Gun? That's how
No,
Goose
I've never
died.
seen that movie.
Not forever. But
I'll
I've never seen that
I'll
movie.
tell you how to
Goose.
get over the easiest way to get over being afraid of flying.
Okay, wait. I want to hear him first, and then you. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
So again,
Okay,
you
I'm
just
ready, I'm ready.
Turbulence is you just have to tell yourself again. I always tell myself it's
I
just
just
a little
cry and
windy
drink.
out. Plus, you have to remember that the wings are designed like if you see those wings flexing,
yeah, they flex.
a wing can actually go down and touch itself and go up and touch itself
No,
back up top. That's
no.
how flexible. Yes, they are.
Oh,
They're designed to be able to be super flexible. 100%.
I've never seen that. Like
a swan.
Seriously, give it a Google.
but how
Come on, airliner
But
guy.
how does that work when you're sitting on the wing?
No,
Sitting on the wing.
There's something on the wing.
No, I mean like not like sit on the wing, but like when you're looking outside.
No, well, we will absolutely
Okay,
look that up
well,
at the show, and we're
anyway,
going to put it at the
anyway.
bottom. So anyway, so then you also have to think about the fact that every single day, one airliner, say it's United or whoever, flies. What is it? It's like 15,000 flights a day, every
No.
single day.
Yeah, it's
Not
a lot of
anymore.
flights.
Well,
Typically.
Now we're at 12,000.
It used
way.
to make me feel better to go. I used to go to Santa Monica
12.
and watch the planes just take off from LAX, and it was very calming for me. So I'd see just planes doing their thing, and it made me feel better.
if you want a crazy calming thing, you go to Nashville at 1:00 in the morning every single day,
Yeah,
and you will see the busiest airport on the planet
Yeah.
every single day.
just taking off and landing, taking off, landing, taking off, landing.
It's FedEx.
Why
That's
don't you
what
get drunk
FedEx.
before? Just
FedEx
sit in
takes
the
off.
bar,
I think FedEx takes off a plane. What every
Nashville
45
and Atlanta.
seconds?
I think Atlanta is the other busiest
Something like that?
airport.
is the busiest airport on the planet.
But U.S.
busiest
US.
airport. I'm talking about the busiest airport on the planet at 1:00 between 1:00 and 4:00 in the morning is Nashville.
because it's
I
a
guarantee
hub.
you.
It's a hub for U.S.
So,
like-
but tell her your way of calming her.
no, but I
down.
like that.
You
Think
ready?
of your ideas. Think of the facts, which
Yeah.
is great.
You ready?
and
If
you're
it
more
involves a
and you're
hammer, I'm in.
and you're
My
more.
way of solving learning.
Drink.
No,
Oh,
jump out of one. This was
that's what I've heard that a lot.
Our
too.
was
next
how I got
episode
rid
with
of
you
it.
will be us jumping out of an airplane. I can't.
Good
but we'll
fucking
do it.
luck. Good
You
luck.
can. You just got to find a halo suit. That's
Yeah.
it.
I'm too happy.
She's gonna be like in Congo.
Yeah.
Push me, please.
Harder, please.
We will all go to skydiving if they can find a suit that'll fit me, and we'll do it. So because I
Lord.
just can't.
I've
do it.
always
I
wanted
do-
to go.
I
and
do
I'm
wanna do
so
it.
afraid of heights.
I do want to skydive someday.
But it's not the
Always
height.
wanna go.
There's no height at that point. At that point,
Oh, yeah,
it's not about
definitely.
I
heights.
thought it's just all height. You're just.
Yeah,
I
heights.
just see ground, and I
Yeah.
just can.
Oh, you can see the ground.
I
Yeah.
really do want to skydive.
Comes
But
real
I want
fast.
to do it real bad.
Me too. I do. If I could get over my fear of flying, I
I'm
would
on
love to
38.
skydive.
38 jumps.
Oh my gosh.
38 jumps.
What?
Yeah.
He's
How-
bored.
How do you even find time to do that?
Holidays.
What
Is
else
it
you gonna do right
expensive?
now?
Yeah.
Isn't it expensive?
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Is it like some sort of euphoric thing?
In my phone. I'm looking this up while we're always talking.
The first time was terrifying.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Second time, third time, kind of still terrifying, and then it just became normal.
Do you do it by yourself now?
Actually, no. I wanted to do it, but it's a lot of money.
I don't know if I trust
And,
myself enough.
And there's that. And
I don't know if there's anyone else in the world I trust
then
enough
there's
to
the
skydive with.
buying a chute. It's like the
There's
shoots
a
are
what?
expensive.
Oh, you have to
Buying
buy
all that stuff.
Oh,
and, like,
wow.
Oh, because it's only one use. Huh?
Got
Well,
it.
oddly enough, I'm not afraid of hot air balloons.
Hey,
Really?
so
No, love them.
hey everybody, it's Trevor and Adam.
We want you to check out Dynamic Talent International, the boutique booking agency with a personal attention to their clients' needs.
From music talent, seminars, podcasts, and YouTube, DTI represents a wide range of incredible clients.
Visit dynamictalentint.com for a full roster list and contact information. Go check it out. Cat clothing for all the cat lovers in us.
Visit catclothing.net for their full line of cat-inspired clothes.
Hoodies, shirts, tanks, shorts, and even fitness gear are now fully in stock for the fall and winter season.
Again, visit catclothing.net today. Check it out. Thanks, everybody.
Meow, meow.
So, I was right, and I apologize. I was wrong. It's not Nashville. It's Memphis. I apologize.
Okay.
You know, it was
So-
something with
Tennessee.
it was like a Nashville and Memphis. I don't know why they sound the same to me.
Gotcha.
They do. They have the same energy.
Memphis is the busiest airport next to Hong Kong because of FedEx.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, because of FedEx.
Yeah, that's what at
yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning, FedEx flies all their flights in. At 1 o'clock, they land and they take off every 45 seconds.
Oh man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
I mean, it's just like
goodness.
planes going. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We do a lot of flying, and it doesn't matter if it's a long flight, a short flight. I have to. I'm the one at the bar. I will probably take 5 or 6 shots at the bar. I'll take a drink to go because I think the bartenders always like feel mercy on me, so they'll give me like a coffee cup full of wine or something to go to the gate with. They're like, "Oh, look how sad this girl is. Here, just stick some wine." And then I bring a bunch of mini bottles, and then the stewardesses, I always tell them like I'm a nervous flyer, and they'll bring me like a couple bottles and stuff usually. So I'm just like passed
It's not
out
good
drunk.
though. If you get drunk, you're like,
Yes, it is not. It is not good. There's one time I took a Valium. My doctor was like, "Take a Valium," but it wasn't doing anything. So then I took 2, and it wasn't doing anything. And then I drank wine, and then it finally started to do
yeah,
stuff.
please stop doing that.
I think I could have gone viral that day. I think there's a picture somewhere where like I passed out in the aisleway when we were landing. There was
I know,
nothing
I'm
that
trying to
anyone could
find
do, and I had like crushed cookies all over my butt because I sat on like a pile of cookies.
I used to
was
tour
bad.
manage DJs, and
That's a
I-
lot.
Oh,
of
you have to
flying.
tell her because I guarantee
oh
who it is. She'll go nuts.
What?
That he used to
which
tour manage Hodor.
Oh,
No way.
yeah,
that's crazy.
still a good friend, Christian.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I knew
but,
that they would go nuts with it.
But is it different to fly with because they fly more often? Is there like
DJs?
flying all around the world to DJ?
2-3 times a day sometimes.
Get the fuck out. I could never. I could never.
you play an hour set and then you fly to another place.
do another hour set. That's
I mean, there's
gnarly.
no load in, load out. You just plug in and you go.
That is so gnarly to me, and it also sounds really nice actually because there's no gear.
Well,
like
that's why
crew or
I
anything.
stopped doing bands because I was just like, oh,
good for you. That's super
one
smart.
guy,
Yeah, one
2
guy,
guys?
no gear.
that's it. Oh, he's got a
Damn.
saxophone case.
Wow.
That was it. Saxophone case, and then
Wow.
I had a tiny little pelly case.
Do
about
you
the
still
big.
do that? I mean,
No,
obviously not right now
no,
because
not anymore. I stopped about 6 years ago.
touring's exhausting no
find
matter
it.
who you're.
I did.
No.
I toured for.
Also,
Toured
I saw the picture of her
16
just
years?
passed out in the
Wow.
airport.
I'm trying to think of what year I'm on, but I don't know. Not 16, but that's a long
It
time.
was a long time.
Traveling takes a toll on you.
Yeah,
It
it
really
did.
does. Do you
It
feel like
did.
you missed out on life, or do you feel like you got to experience more life?
Oh, I did it all. I did.
Okay,
it all.
so you don't feel like you missed out on
Not at all.
anything.
Not at
Yeah.
all. Not in the slightest bit. I actually
Wow.
did that little Facebook click thing.
What's that?
Where you
Where you've
click
been in
to
the
all
world?
the cities, and I've been to 77% of the countries on the planet.
Wow, that's cool.
So
Where
I'm
haven't
like-
you been?
Cool.
Where haven't you
done.
been?
A lot of random places in Asia, like
He hasn't been.
Uzbekistan.
He hasn't been to Maine.
Uzbekistan.
I've been to I've been to every single state. That was
Even
a tick off.
Alaska and Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
sure.
Those are the only two I
Oh,
haven't
yeah. Actually, no. Hawaii, I have not done.
I haven't done Hawaii.
Hawaii, I have not done. But
You've done Alaska.
I've done Anchorage a bunch of times. I did
Wow.
Juneau.
I would love to go to
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I still.
Guys got to
we've
get
done,
out more. Shit.
I've done every
You guys
state.
tour it all the time.
I've done
Yeah.
every state except Alaska and Hawaii. But I was supposed to do my honeymoon in Hawaii this November, but obviously I had to cancel that.
Everything's,
So.
yeah.
Samesies.
Yeah, we had to cancel everything. We're still doing backyard wedding on the 25th, but no honeymoon and no like big wedding, obviously.
And Hawaii is like on shutdown.
Yeah.
Did you hear
Are
that?
they?
Yeah.
Well, it's 2 weeks quarantine, unless you're Jared Leto, of course.
No, it's 2 weeks.
He can do anything he wants.
Also,
No, he
Hawaii's
can't.
the most quarantine place in the whole wide world.
Wait, have you seen Jared Leto's car?
No,
No.
what's wrong with
I
his
could
car?
bring this up and
Jared Leto's.
Yeah, I want to see.
So,
Can-
hold on.
Hold
So,
on.
Jared,
What were you
before we
gonna say about Hawaii?
before we cut or whatever, can we say that he's a client?
I don't care. He can.
Okay, Jared Leto's a
you
client.
you
Is,
gotta-
so.
Oh, okay.
But the thing about California is, did you see that California is now? Because I was supposed to get married this year as well, and we had to cancel because we were having it in Mexico.
Yeah.
And now
Oh,
California,
nice,
since
though.
you can't go out of the country now, California is now being overbooked for next year for weddings.
What do you
Like-
mean overbooked?
Wait,
Like,
wait,
we
you can't
look-
leave the when did that happen?
I mean, you have to quarantine if you go somewhere. So like,
Except
He
for
goes-
Mexico.
he goes to Mexico.
Okay,
Oh.
that's what I said. Like
Yeah.
we go to Mexico, I'm
but
like,
you
whoa,
and like
shit.
Yeah.
like I'm supposed to go to Paris next not October but November. I can't go because the European travel ban against
Yeah.
Americans. So
We actually got home the day before they announced that.
We were on
'Cause
tour
we
in
were on
Europe.
tour in
when...
Europe.
Wow.
What?
Cool.
That looks
Sorry, I
like
just
a
totally
Hot
grabbed your
Wheel.
phone.
No worries. Totally
What a-
funny, right?
What a
No,
badass.
no.
That looks like the sickest Hot Wheels I've ever seen.
right now, Adam is showing Jared Leto's car.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
That's how I fuck with him.
That's freaking cool though. Okay, so now I know if I see a blue flame something,
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
a blue flame something or another. I don't want to say because I don't want people to know. But how cool! What a baller!
Yeah, he actually has a house in the Hollywood Hills that is a bunker that was built during the 60s for the nuclear fallout. So you can't call him because he doesn't have a cell phone.
Lucky.
And
It's my dream.
if you're going to try to get in touch with him, and his house is built underground into a bunker
How do you get in touch with him?
through his landline.
We put up the bat signal.
You know what? A lot of people.
Opposite. I just got that too.
I would like to say on record that I loved Jared Leto's Joker. I was such a big fan. My only grievance, and it has nothing to do with Jared Leto, is that there wasn't enough of him in that movie. Because it left me wanting so much more from that character.
Did you like the second one?
the second Suicide Squad?
Mm-hmm.
The Harley Quinn one?
Oh,
Yep.
you mean Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Do you know it was so bad they
didn't
changed the
even
name
watch
of it
Yeah.
while it was still out in theaters?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it.
I'm a big Harley Quinn
And I feel
person,
bad
obviously.
because
I'm just a big
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie directed it.
Yeah.
So
It was
What?
better than Suicide
Really?
Squad.
yeah,
It was better than
No
Suicide
wonder
Squad.
why it was.
I hate
I liked Suicide Squad.
I hate the comparables to it though. It's kind of weird. Like they show directed by a guy, directed by a girl, and like everybody is uncovered
a
in this one, and
director,
everybody's
though.
covered in this one.
Oh, yeah.
They said so. I don't know.
Well, I don't like that either, but
Yeah.
It is better than Suicide Squad.
I like Suicide Squad a lot, so I'm not the right person to talk to about that. I really enjoyed Suicide Squad. I know that's not the popular opinion, but I like
All
it.
right, I kind of want to ask. So, like, going back to like the Jared Leto and that sweet ride. If you had an insane amount of money, what's one ridiculous thing that you would spend a lot of money on?
Like car-wise or anything?
Anything.
I feel like I want to answer like Office Space. You know?
Oh no,
Oh,
for
yeah.
me,
No,
Please.
no, we know what the movie Office
Wait.
Space.
house.
Yeah.
It's like
The one
No?
thing it would be a house.
But
No,
like what
what's
kind
the
of house would
cover
it be
office
like?
you don't remember his,
Would it be
his
looking
neighbors?
like it was built by Legos? Would it like some kind
No.
of really crazy thing?
Is it the guy with the stapler?
no, it's
Got the golden stapler?
He goes, what would you do if you had $1 million? And the guy goes, 2 chicks at the same time, man.
What movies have
Office Space.
Yeah.
He's like, if I had $1 million, I guarantee I'd find 2 chicks being bed.
That just sounds like anything a guy would say.
So good.
My guy doesn't need $1 million to do that.
I would definitely have
Whoa.
some crazy looking house that like
Yeah.
sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Why would you want to stick out? I would go with Jared Leto's plan and like be underground where no one could find me.
That's still sticking out. Like
Yeah.
like you go
But if you-
like
but
if
that house ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet it's not.
But in Jared Leto's defense on this, have you ever seen the videos of him walking down the street? Like of Jared Leto just walking down the street.
No, do people?
He
stop
has
him a
no
lot?
life. Like, and I feel bad
I feel like that
saying
is sad.
because the more famous you get, obviously with the Michael Jordan story too. Like, he'll hold Jared Leto the documentary they did on 30 Seconds to Mars. Did you see that?
No, it's actually one I've wanted to see, but it kind of always gets pushed to the back.
It was really good, but they showed him walking down the street in New York, and he didn't take one step between mass amounts of people.
That's annoying.
Just running up to him.
That's kinda
Oh my
sad.
God, you're him. Can I get up? And
Yeah, and then you have to wonder how many people actually like really want that autograph because they are truly in their heart invested in him as like an artist, or want to sell it on eBay or some shit.
Or just get like Instagram likes.
Oh, yeah, just to like post on
That's
Instagram or
99%
something.
of people.
Yeah, everybody just wants it because I'm friends with this guy. Really?
Because I'm sure
What's his
if
favorite
like
color?
it was really invested in their heart, he would be happy to stop for that person. But you have to assume most people are just full of shit.
It's like people have that come up to you like, oh, I've seen you on Instagram, and they're at your
I
show.
can't tell you how many times on Warped Tour they're like, "You're from Instagram. Can I take a picture with you?" I'm like,
You'd be like, yes,
I
I
have
left
to say,
Instagram to come
I have
here.
to say yes. I have to say yes because you just have to. But in my mind, I'm like, that was fucked up.
It's like Instagram or the stage we just played right now. Which one?
Or I'm a
Did you see
musician.
me? All
but
these people
that's
here?
cool.
That's me.
There was one guy on Warped Tour that's like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And I'll never forget this because it burned me so deeply. He looks at his friends and goes, "She's friends with everyone. I want a picture with her." I was like, that's not a good reason to take a picture with somebody. That hurt my feelings.
I'm friends with everybody.
Yeah, he said she's friends
The
with
things
everyone.
people do for likes. It's weird.
Yeah, that one like.
Did
I'll
you watch
never
the
forget
Social
that.
Dilemma one?
I
No.
did.
Oh, you watched it.
I
Don't ruin it for her because she needs to watch it because that's how fucked up
Is
the
it
world
good?
is right now.
They got
So.
some good stuff, but you could see like this certain agenda that
Oh, yeah.
that Netflix is pushing too.
Yeah,
Like
big
An
time.
you start,
agenda?
it's weird. You start
What's
like
the agenda?
the more like you kind of pay attention to
I
what's
wanna
going
know.
on, you see what like Netflix kind of pushes a little bit more.
Essentially, the
over
world
other
is
things.
ran right now by an algorithm that Facebook created years ago. Zuckerberg created this. It's ingenious. The problem is that the world doesn't know how to cater to it right now because essentially we're having a computer tell us what to
Did
like.
he mean to create it, or
Yeah.
Of course he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly. I mean,
or
he-
like you
how
create
he
a
made
monster
billions.
and then it like
Yeah.
So
takes-
essentially,
That's exactly what they're saying,
the same
too.
chemical in cheese, like the reason that they put cheese on everything at McDonald's, is because there's a chemical in your body
'Cause
that
it
makes
tastes
you
so good.
Yeah, but that's the thing is it makes you addicted to it, and they found that chemical in a program. So now this computer system and AI, whatever it is, tells you what you need to be doing. Like your entire life is
No.
databased.
It's
Everybody's
like gambling. It's like they
I don't
appeal
want
to the
it.
same part of
They
your brain.
talk
But
about
you
in
are
there
it.
how-
You're in it. You
No,
are on Facebook.
I
You're on
know.
Instagram. You're on every
It's
social
the
media.
ability when you when you pull on your phone, you pull down, and then the little bar goes around in circles,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What's gonna pop up?" It's that.
That's it.
That's what the three little dots came up on texting
I will
because it
admit-
keeps you engaged. Where something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly. They purposely try to manipulate you as
I
if
will
they bought a
admit,
book.
I do feel like I'm failing at social media pretty hard lately because I've lost interest really deeply, and I have to do it because it's part of my brand. It's part of being a band. You can't survive without it.
But they talked about that too. And
So I'll like it.
no, the
Oh.
algorithm is finding a way to get you to come back right now. It's
Yeah.
looking for you. Like that's not a joke. It's
Yeah.
looking for you.
It's kinda
and figuring out. And what it's doing is it's telling your friends that are on social media to re-engage you by tagging you in something or posting
The
something
wave
that-
thing?
to bring you in,
No.
The wave
to
thing's
suck you
fake?
back into it.
No.
No one's
Absolutely.
ever waving at you.
No.
Yeah.
Who waves at
It's
someone?
weird.
Yeah, right. Hi.
Yeah,
Watch it. You'll feel crazy. You'll feel
No.
absolutely
yeah.
crazy.
It's gnarly.
I've already been kind of like phasing myself out. And I know that's not a good thing because then you lose your relevancy. But I just I don't have any interest anymore in it.
But that's the thing, it's not like a real relevancy. It's like this made up, manipulated, fake world.
Oh,
of
I know
relevancy.
that.
Yeah, But like you can't help but think that too. Like, oh, am I fading from
You know
the
the
world?
term necessary evil? I don't even think it's that. It's like, what's the word for something that's forced on you? You know, like it's a forced evil
Yeah.
that I don't even want anymore.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's like the way you say in a free market when things are so free, it's so easy to be taken advantage of, especially like anything like.
I have so many documentaries to watch after this now. I've
Yeah.
got like the Jordan Belfort one.
I have a question for you guys, and
Oh, yeah.
you might. I apologize. I don't know your marital or your singular status
bring
or
it on.
whatever it is. So.
I love these.
But did either of you, before you were engaged, were you ever on Tinder?
No.
No.
Okay.
I couldn't.
If you ever were on Tinder, their profiling is incredible.
What does that mean?
Meaning they know how you swipe and they know what kind of people you look for, and then they'll actually know what you look like to be able to show you to people that might be even in your league.
I mean, that's helpful.
But it's but the thing is if it dubs you as ugly, you only get to see ugly people. If it dubs you as like really attractive, that's why like you hear about like Tinder like collectors, like where there's a girl and she'll like get 75 to 100 guys that all like together, but you won't ever talk to them. Those are collectors. Those are actually bots that are in there that are keeping you enticed to keep on the app. It's some crazy shit.
See, that's why I'm so glad I did do Match.com once, but I quickly learned why I shouldn't be on any of these apps because it's just not a good place for somebody like me.
Yeah.
It's not a good place. I got too many messages and the people were
You didn't want to
really...
date an accountant or something like that?
No, I actually married a lawyer.
Hey, all right.
A lawyer who builds coffins. And that's how he met. He builds coffins on the side. Side note. I'm not even going to dive in deeper, explain that.
That or they put you there.
Metaphorically.
So, yeah.
And but I got so many messages and it was all from like really creepy, like really old guys. And I'm like, why are you messaging me? You know you don't have a shot. And you're like, what are you doing?
You should have put that in your title line. You don't have a shot. I guarantee you.
But I'm on here anyway because that's just how well, what happened was, okay, so I was on tour and I felt like I was going to be forever alone. And this is a couple years ago. And I had this Uber driver, right? And he had this, it was in San Diego. And he had this super Boston accent. And it was so adorable. It was an older guy. And I was like, what are you doing in San Diego with that accent? He goes, I moved here for my wife. I'm like, how'd you guys meet? If you're in Boston, she's here. He goes, Match.com. Like, but I could tell he's kind of dorky because he had Star Wars stuff everywhere.
Whoa, bro.
Well,
if you're listening, sir, sorry.
He had, I'm dorky too. He had Star Wars stuff, Star Trek stuff, like just dorky decorations in his car. And I was like, oh, how'd you meet your wife? If you don't mind me asking. He goes, well, in her Match.com profile, she said she cried at the same part that some random character in Star Trek died. And I messaged her and I said, I cried at that part too.
Spock
and
died.
Now they're married. Spock died. Is that why? I don't know. I don't listen. I don't watch Star Trek.
Come on.
I'm a Star Wars, not Star Trek. And I was like, man, if this dorky ass Star Trek loving old guy can find his love on Match.com, that's what made me. I was like, maybe. And I went like the next day I went to the hotel and I like made a Match.com profile. And I was like that desperate to find someone I had something in common with. And then, that didn't go well on Match.com, but it went well for him. It's really good. Go Star Trek, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you a Star Trek? Are you a Trekkie?
I see. The thing is I'm okay. We can dive in. So Star Wars, I love all of them until they started fucking with it and remaking all of the originals, and then they did the prequels, which were okay, and then they made Rogue One, which could have never been made, and I would have been happy.
That was a good movie.
I did love Rogue One, but I mean,
as a movie, it was a good movie. But I'm like, this has, it's a prequel.
It's a side. It's going. Here's the Star Wars.
It's a lateral prequel.
Here's
I'm
the
like,
Star Wars storyline, and they're starting to go like this, like
and it's like,
but I agree, it wasn't needed, but it was like that last scene was fucking
where the whole thing explodes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, the movie itself was a good movie, but I was like, this.
It did link though.
I liked
the end of it. Did link because that's where the
hologram came from.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
But once Last Jedi came in, I was like, this is awful.
I disagree. I really liked it.
I liked it.
I know he didn't.
Jedi.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I did like
I was upset
the sequel.
they took Skywalker out of the storyline.
Did you see The Mandalorian?
Oh my god, I cannot wait
I
for season 2.
I didn't see Mandalorian.
Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Me neither.
Oh my god,
And
that new IG unit in there was so cool.
Amazing.
How come we haven't watched it?
I've been watching so much other stuff, and honestly, due to the pandemic, I've been so freaking busy. And he's over here just dropping dimes on everybody. So.
He's been trying to teach himself how to do the dimes.
My fingers are so jittery all the time. I'm always doing something. So like,
he's been trying to teach the quarter thing in his fingers, but he's dropping.
I had
all the
a
time.
spinner.
Start with a poker chip, and then work down to a quarter.
Start with a silver dollar or something. Before you do a quarter.
How have you not seen The Mandalorian though?
When do I have time?
There's always
you have time to watch other shit.
I know, but other shit is really, really good. Like,
So
if there's a documentary that comes out, I'm watching.
But
this
is
shit.
like
Baby
one
Yoda.
of the best. I think one of the best TV shows.
Did you go to Star Wars Land yet?
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, because we were gonna go to Disney.
Yeah.
I think in
how much money
February
they're
or
losing?
March, and then of course everything shut
Spaghetti
down.
March, yeah.
I was waiting for
And,
everything to die off because
in the
it's
Star Wars
so
world.
busy.
Yeah.
You.
I'm sorry, we are.
This is honestly like, this is a
Yeah, we're
conversation.
going across it. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, let me reel it all in together. We're talking about Star Wars Land.
Yeah.
I know you like Star Wars Land a whole
I
lot.
love me some Star Wars Land.
They just opened up a new ride that I didn't get to see though, called the Rebellion.
Rise of the Rebellion, and I'm so bummed because like I went like
He didn't get to go.
yeah I went the first couple days it was open, but you had to pre-put yourself, I guess. In
Did you
line.
buy a $25 Coke?
No,
I bought the milk. I bought the green milk and
but
the blue
I
milk.
still didn't get to go. Bottom.
It tasted bad. I didn't like it. It was a bad $8 spend.
Is it that bar that I
the
haven't been
cantina?
yet.
Yeah,
they
I
have the
went.
cantina, and then they have the Millennium Falcon that you can go into. Like that's what it starts into, right?
The
So-
cantina's really cute. It has a very long wait list though.
The Falcon's
Yeah.
rad though. Going inside.
See, that's the thing is, do I go to Anaheim or do I? Because I've been to Disney World a bunch of times, but
Yeah.
I've never been to Disneyland. So
They both have pros and cons, so you just have to experience both. The one's not better than the other, in my opinion.
Space Mountain, really? Come on.
I feel like Space Mountain.
Really?
Well, okay. The only difference I see in Space Mountain, Florida, is you sit back to back or crotch to back, and Anaheim you sit side by side. Other than that, I don't see a difference.
What's the one they just changed the name of because of the racial stuff?
Oh, Splash Mountain.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, they just
Is that
changed
the
the name?
that's
They did.
that's the train? No, it's not Splash
That's
Mountain.
the
It's
log
something
ride.
else. No, what's the one with the train that they changed the name
Thunder
of it?
Mountain.
no, why would they change that?
They changed the name of
race. How can it be these?
it was some because it had a race background. Give it a
Yeah,
Google.
it's Splash Mountain.
Well,
so
Splash Mountain because
it was based on Song of the
30s
South.
cartoon.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yes, you're right.
so,
you're right,
but
right.
here's the fact. Here's the facts. They before the
The facts from 4 white people.
Yes,
so.
here's the facts. No, from a Disneyland fan. From a Disneyland fan, okay? They were planning to change it before June. They had plans to change Splash Mountain to Princess and the Frog way before that happened. So I know there's a lot of people that were like, think it's overkill or think it's too much, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Whatever your opinion is, they had plans to do it. It doesn't matter. It's just really good timing that they're doing it already because it was outdated. It's outdated. It is.
It should have been more like the Redskins, where they just call it just the Disneyland
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah, but Space Mountain has been there forever.
It is, and it's
just
dated.
the ride.
It is dated.
The ride is dated, but the thing
Super
is, you
dated.
go on and it's still like you go through that tunnel and the lights are spinning. That's fucking cool.
It
I don't
is
care
so
what it
cool.
is. That's
it's
awesome.
very
Yes.
it's very 80s still.
I know.
But they did
it's
change it to
70s.
Hyperspace Mountain.
Did they?
Yeah, so now it has like TIE fighters and it has
Oh,
the
that's
Star
only
Wars.
sometimes. It's seasonal.
Yeah.
It's hyperspace, which is
And
really cool.
they have like the Star Wars music as you're going up that tunnel that you just talked about, like da da da. da.
Did you ever get to go through Small World where they would shoot the cannons across top of you? Like before?
What?
Really?
No?
They had it in Florida. Like you'd go
Cannons?
and they'd
Why?
you'd drive through Pirates of the
Water
Caribbean and
cannons.
they'd
Oh,
shoot
pirates.
cannons. Pirates,
Yeah. You said
Water
Small World. I'm like, what are they?
Well, no,
cannons in there for?
you're on the boat and they're shooting stuff and they got
Yeah.
the people singing. It's a
Yeah,
small
yeah.
world after all. Yeah.
Did you guys go to the Orange County Fair?
Which would not this year, but
Oh, I mean-
in the past.
I
yeah.
used to love.
We
going
go
to
every
Orange
year.
County Fair.
Every year. Why?
No, I just used to. Go
He wants to go to a fair. He's really
Right.
sad.
The Orange Street Fair.
I'm
the
very
circle.
up to date.
no, the one in the
Orange County Fairgrounds.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very up to
Cool.
date on all of the Halloween events in Orange County, and they're doing a Halloween event there called Urban Legend Haunt, and it's supposed to be all the urban legends acted out from Orange County. So even though we didn't get the fair that we all know and love, there's going to be a haunt
Oh,
event there.
They canceled Halloween here in LA.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's canceled. You can't even go out.
done.
The kids can't.
Yeah.
They didn't backtrack that. I thought they backtracked, or maybe
They
that was just
said
Orange County.
No,
They
California.
canceled it officially. Then they said, "Please don't do it." Now they're like, "We suggest you not do it."
Well, here's the thing.
There's 3 different emotions over the course of 48
They
hours.
suggested not to do 4th of July in Santa Ana, and where he lives in Orange County.
No, that
and
was
it-
all of California.
Yeah.
And that was the craziest
Yeah.
4th of July
That
ever.
was gnarly.
People went off extra hard.
I'm kind of upset I didn't get to go.
It was
Oh
pretty
my
crazy.
God, it was amazing.
I'm hoping Halloween is the same. You know,
That's what's giving me so much excitement about Halloween.
because
It's
look,
just
we're
like
all
the
gonna wear
undergroundness
masks.
of
We're
it.
gonna wear masks. It's
We're gonna have to release this before Halloween now.
fine.
Which we
Go
will.
trick or treating, but wear your mask, wear your gloves, sanitize, social distance. But go trick or treating. Just throw candy
I'm just
at
gonna
kids.
just go out and live, man.
Just throw candy.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this.
I'll show you
Yeah,
that. I'll
same.
show you guys that picture of Nashville.
Especially
after
all
we get off here.
these
It's
quiet
nuts.
little changes that CDC makes.
We're not
It's
going to
all
get
I'll
into
say
that,
about that.
stuff now, Nick, because there's very many
Look
things.
at television. Isn't that something?
Look, distraction. Look at the birdie. Look at the birdie.
Oh, look at that.
Did you want
but-
to talk politics? We don't do a lot of politics on the show. Like we talk them, but we
No.
just it's
No, we'll stay away because I'll be
Yeah.
here all day with you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk
Me
your
too.
ears off and stuff.
that's fine. Agent Live 360, the world's first and only publicly offered CRM software designed specifically for sports agents.
AL360 is an incredible state-of-the-art software that does everything from keeping track of clients, professional, and college teams, to even company finances and client return on investment.
This system does it all. Visit agentlive360.com for full details.
Go check it out.
But going back to Splash Mountain, I fully support this change.
The
I don't want
important
to talk about
stuff.
politics, but let's go back to Splash Mountain.
I fully support this change
Okay.
because, like I said, it was super dated. There's a lot of rides at Disneyland that are dated that really need a facelift.
Did you ever get to go on Swiss Family Robinson?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
before they
good.
changed it to the Tarzan tree.
Yeah.
What was
Tarzan
that
Jr.
Oh, that's
really
right.
sketchy, like, child ride that was like...
Every one of them.
All of them,
And
actually.
I remember going to this.
Do you
when
mean
I was a
Mr.
kid.
Toad's Wild Ride where you end in hell?
I love that one.
I
Talk
hope they
about
never
dated,
change
but that
that.
one's
I can't
awesome.
The
remember.
teacups?
The teacups were kind of creepy.
Teacups
Yeah.
are still creepy and they
Teacups
still
I
make me
can't
throw
do.
up to this day.
Yeah, you're like...
Yeah, it's still fun though. And then I recently went on Dumbo as an adult and that shit's fun.
Have you ever taken mushrooms and gone on one of these?
God no.
If you do that and go on Winnie the Pooh,
Oh.
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 Because that's
there's
pretty
an
much the
acid
Winnie the
trip.
Pooh ride. Is like he eats some just messed up honey and then just goes on this
The
psychedelic
entire
trip.
ride is an acid trip.
I mean, that's Alice in Wonderland's entire
Yeah,
theme.
that
Come
too.
on. you know.
Yeah.
But they actually gave Alice in Wonderland a very nice facelift. Now it's got holograms instead of like painted wood as like your
Ooh.
scenery. Yeah, they actually updated it. And you go on all those kids rides and like Snow White ends with them pushing the witch off the cliff and that's the end. Like they need to like really update this stuff. And
What about-
Kids rides are really creepy.
Haunted
I love it.
Mansion?
which I love.
Love it.
You know, I was actually pretty upset when they added Johnny Depp to Pirates of the Caribbean because I fear change at Disneyland. You know,
It'll be so good.
it's really
Yeah,
good. Now,
it is
now I
good.
back it. Now I'm like, yes.
But can you imagine if you went on the Haunted Mansion and you saw Eddie Murphy? And they're like, that would just ruin it for me.
They're
The
doing,
movie,
they're
yes.
because we didn't like the movie very much. We thought, see, there's a whole thing. Now, you might want to Google this, but what we've heard is the original Haunted Mansion was supposed to be directed by Guillermo del Toro, but they said it was too adult, too scary, so they replaced him, and he ended up making Crimson Peak with the original idea he had for the Haunted Mansion movie. But now they're doing a whole new Haunted Mansion movie because the Eddie Murphy one tanked so bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that came out, what, 15 years
yeah,
ago?
long
Yeah.
time
At least?
ago.
Even before the first
Crimson Peak
Pirates.
didn't come out 15 years ago.
No, Crimson Peak came out way after Haunted Mansion, but
No,
the
Haunted
rum-
Mansion.
But the rumor was that was Guillermo del Toro's original screenplay or like a base idea for the Haunted Mansion movie that he was going to direct.
Crimson Peak, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's what I heard.
saw Crimson Peak
I love Crimson Peak.
in Sao Paulo,
Where?
Brazil?
Brazil.
What?
Brazil?
True story. I saw, and I was on tour, and I was a single guy. And
I love where this is going. Where is this going?
And I
Who
met a
knows
girl in
where they
Brazil.
ever go.
I met a girl in Brazil, and she
As
was
you
like,
do.
$1 million,
"Stay with me for
two
the
girls.
next- dude, you don't have to go back to the UK." And I was living in London at the time.
Ooh, cool.
And I was like, "Stay with me," and I was like,
Okay.
"Okay, why not?"
Stay
And she
in
was like,
Brazil?
"I'm going to
Okay.
a movie tonight," and then we couldn't really speak, and it was Crimson Peak.
Ooh, isn't it such a
Nice.
good movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait a minute,
Was
that
it in
was-
American?
So you had Brazilian
So
subtitles?
It was in English with Brazilian subtitles.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like when,
It's one of my favorite movies, like top 10 favorite movies of all time.
That's a beautiful
it's like
movie.
when you're in China or Japan and you go to a movie and it's an American movie and they have the subtitles.
Yeah.
It's like, God, it's like
That's
watching
the
a rip.
one of our major goal destinations that we've never toured. We've never toured Japan.
King of Japan right
Ooh.
there.
So bad.
Really?
That's one of
Yeah.
my places.
Is it fun? Is it a fun
Crossfade.
place to tour?
Yeah. I heard in Japan, Japanese food is just called food over there.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Oh my god.
It's called coronavirus in China, too.
We've always wanted to go. Is it?
That's why I only drink Modelo's.
Yeah.
What's the flight like?
What? That's not bad. It's like, what's the flight from here to Paris?
Well, I
12
heard
hours?
it has. I heard here to Japan has the worst turbulence in all the flights on like ever.
You're flying against the Gulf Stream. Usually.
Yeah, that's
why.
what I've heard.
I mean,
Is that not true?
I mean,
It just fall
depends.
asleep. You're fine.
No.
It's like Australia.
Drink them shots.
There's never any problems with Australia. And you always fly from Canada. You like go up to like Vancouver and you fly
You're
down.
We
cheap.
did
I know.
Australia.
You know what?
I
You know what
don't
airline? You
remember.
know.
LA,
You know what airline I fly, don't you?
Yeah, we did.
Air
we did
Canada,
all
baby.
straight to
Really?
LA.
Air Canada's
Yeah.
good.
I
We
fly
did
Air
straight to
I
Canada.
actually got
Australia.
coronavirus on Air Canada.
You had
Really?
coronavirus? Wow.
February.
How was it?
Sucked.
It's pretty sick, bro.
Sucked.
It was pretty sick.
My brother-in-law got it too, and he was completely asymptomatic, so he didn't have anything. Me, 10 days in bed, 105-degree fever, and it got bad.
Oh
bad.
no!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my friends
Are you
and
though?
family-
Check.
Yeah.
a lot of my friends and family said they had it in December,
Yeah.
January, February, and they just didn't know because it wasn't really well known.
wasn't
Yet.
Did they get
Yeah.
tested for it though? That they have
They
it?
have, yeah. My
You couldn't
mom's
get
in
tested in
law
January.
enforcement, so they've all
couldn't.
gotten tested
Okay.
now.
So they have the antibodies.
I don't know. I should ask her.
No, they go away.
They always, everybody, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I had it. I felt weird once."
My mom.
did
Well,
you?
I was on tour. We were on tour in London, and my mom was actually admitted into the hospital. I was like, "What? That flu? What kind of flu do you have?" And I was like, "Should I fly home?" And my stepdad assured me, he's like, "No, she just has a really bad flu." I was like, she told me later, she's like, "I didn't think I was gonna make it out of the hospital." I'm like, "That sounds like coronavirus."
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds
I
like
didn't
some
even go to the
serious
hospital.
shit.
I just lied.
That sounds like over dramatic. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
stop it now. Sandy's a saint.
I've always wanted to use the Wayne's World line though. It's like I thought I had coronavirus. Turns out I was just bored.
That's really funny.
The
I thought I had mono. It turns out I was just bored.
This is really bored.
Well, my girlfriend's a germaphobe, so she was just like, and it wasn't really
Yeah.
a thing back in, I think it was in January. I think it was in January.
Yeah.
And we all knew that coronavirus was happening, but
In January?
we all knew that it was happening, but in China.
Yeah.
'Cause
It,
Cardi
it
B
was in
told us
American
about it.
newspapers in
Yeah.
November. You know that, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't. know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody in
Yeah,
America knew it
absolutely
was
was.
coming in November.
But
Wow.
I didn't think, hey, I got it in
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
And I got
Wow.
it in Toronto on an Air Canada flight.
I do remember when my neighbor, it was when we were flying on tour somewhere, and he goes, "Make sure to bring a mask." But they hadn't even, like, no one in America was wearing a mask. And I was like, "What are you talking about, mask?"
I remember before we left for
My
the last
neighbor.
European tour, I was like, "Oh, I'll just get some zinc." I hear this coronavirus thing is getting a little rough.
I didn't.
My mom made me
all I did.
I
start
didn't hear
taking
that at all.
elderberry.
Hey,
same.
elderberry is good for you to just take anywhere.
Take
And
your
oil of
elderberry.
oregano.
Take your elderberry.
We've always been
Love you,
big,
Mom.
like, vitamin people, taking care of yourselves. I've always been a germaphobe as far as, like, I've always had the hand sanitizer like crazy in my purse. So I feel like I feel good, and I love wearing masks, by the way, because I don't want people to see my face.
Not only that, too, like
I like covering my face.
especially if you've done a full Warped Tour. I feel like no viruses or
That's-
Back
man-made
to the
viruses
porta
can-
potties.
can
I
attach
feel
us.
like I'm
After
immune.
that,
That was my mentality on it. Is like
Yeah.
the more germs that affect me, I'll build up more of a tolerance. And I was like, I've been on tour for 15 years.
Look,
Let's
Yeah.
fucking
I'd
bring
say
it
it was
on.
I'm
more
like
of like
Dwight Schrute. I'm
go.
like, just sneeze in my mouth. I'm like,
It's more of like a Mayhem Fest kind of tour. You built
That's
those
true.
up.
yeah, right.
I don't know about Warp Mayhem
I-
Fest
Yeah,
for
Mayhem.
sure.
I've pooped in enough porta potties where I feel like I'm immune to everything.
Mayhem,
on the
they're
planet.
definitely immune.
How's that possible? Girls don't poop.
That's true. We don't even have buttholes, so we poop out of our mouths.
Really? How is OnlyFans even in business? What?
I just totally had a weird visual that's like Harry
Don't.
Potter, you know? Just,
Don't.
It was
No.
very
Sorry,
the
guys.
no, no,
slugs.
yeah, it was our
Sorry,
Caterpillar?
guys.
like cone heads where they have no butts.
I want it out of my mind. sorry. I'm sorry I
It's
brought
in
it
there
up.
now.
I'm
It's
sorry
in
I
there.
brought it up.
It's in there.
Wow, that's crazy though. Because now going back to Warped Tour, we've met, we've interacted, and here we are. You know, a lot of Warped Tour feels like a blur to me, so you have to forgive me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Trust
I was
me,
hoping
me
you didn't
too.
say we met at a Warped Tour after party because I was always pretty like.
The last one was
Drinking.
2 years ago. 2 years
Feels
ago.
like longer.
Isn't it? The last one was 2 years ago.
It feels like longer, to be honest.
mean-
When you say 2, it doesn't feel like 2. It feels like 10.
Well, it's because this year, I mean, shit. It's
This was a
October
long- it was a long
It's a
this
long
week.
year.
It was a long year. That's true. It was a very long year, and we don't have any plans to tour. We had touring plans that got canceled. We were actually flying to Australia, and we were doing the My Chemical Romance reunion in Australia, which would have been the end all, be all shows for
And some
us.
Metallica festivals.
Well, that got pushed to next year, though. You're
I
not doing the
haven't-
one next year?
I haven't heard any Australian download announcements yet, but I haven't been paying attention if it's been announced.
You can't even get into us. They're allowing 500 people a week.
Yeah. Australia's
Into
borders
Australia.
are shut down
That's
for
it.
another year.
That's it.
Oh well, then
But they have festivals that are announcing.
I couldn't even
Probably-
get The Rock in.
really,
And that's how bad it was.
Really?
really,
Yeah. I had The Rock's production
didn't
crew.
he get coronavirus?
He
too?
did.
Yeah. His whole family did.
Yep.
Oh, that's scary.
But The Rock can't be killed by conventional weapons or diseases.
No.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
He's the new Chuck Norris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He is the new Chuck Norris,
He is.
but cooler though. Chuck Norris is cool, but
No, Chuck Norris was a douche.
He's still alive. There's no
I'm
was.
sorry.
He can't. He's not dead.
And Chuck Norris was cool. He was a douche.
I
And
don't
this
really
is-
know anything about him. Like,
I
in
just
his
can't deal
personal
with the
life.
right wing gun toting like that.
Oh,
that
see, I don't
thing.
know that kind of stuff.
The
I don't
Texas
know, like.
Ranger NRA.
I was
I
gonna
thought
say,
that was just a character.
let's do
I was
this.
born in Texas, so I'm about that. I'm like, you go, you.
Yeah.
But I do love The Rock a whole
Yeah,
lot
he
more. Just
moved
that
out of Texas
attitude.
when he was like 6 months old. So
Oh, he's claiming
No, the
it. He's
blood's
claiming
in
it.
there.
Yeah. He says y'all a lot. It's
He
still
does.
there.
He does.
It's still there.
That's
It's
that
that
Louisiana
southern.
side of the family.
Y'all.
yeah, he's got family down in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Are they doing okay from the hurricanes and stuff?
They're doing good.
That's
Thankfully, a lot of them just like, and they like straight at the south, like right at the Gulf too. But thankfully, like once things hit, they just kind of separated. Especially like those last two that were coming in.
Yeah, the two that hit at the exact same time.
Plus, they are like the Rock. No conventional weather weapon could kill your
Yeah.
Southern family. They're tough as nails.
Bunch
They are
of
tough
Creole,
as nails.
bunch of Creole peeps.
Creole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Down the bayou. Folk.
They've got the accent. You know the accent from, I think it's Waterboy, where it's like,
She
Yeah.
uses the water boy.
no, that's true. Waterboy and
is,
Joe
it is,
Dirt.
yeah.
That's what his uncle and his
It's
your
French
uncle.
Louisiana, yeah.
And I've gotten pretty used to, like, I can understand him now, but when we go through on tour and we have like new crew members and they meet the family, they're like, what the fuck is your uncle saying?
It's so funny because I understand them clearly.
You
Like,
like
I'm
to
like,
see
yeah.
Hubble's naked?
They essentially
Home
just
is where you make it.
they essentially just take out all the vowels and just figure it out from
Yeah.
there.
I
Like
don't
they'll
know.
ask him a question, like they'll laugh. I'm like, they asked how you doing, like answer him. Like, oh, that's what he said. I was like, yeah, what are you?
Because his dad's super Colombian, so he has a thick accent. And then his other family is like super Southern. So you're just sitting at the dinner table like, what are you guys saying?
So they sound like Farmer Fred from Waterboy?
But, yes, that one. Home is where you make it. Yeah.
I see homos naked.
Home, no, home is where you make it. Yeah, that's what they sound like.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well, that's
awesome.
cool. Hey,
That's fun.
authentic
I
is
love it.
awesome,
They've
man.
taken us on their
That's good
own.
food.
Did you watch the new Shia LaBeouf movie where they're in Louisiana? The Peanut Butter Falcon? It was
Oh,
incredible.
no.
It was a
No,
really
they-
good
They
movie.
did like
Unbelievable.
that Shia LaBeouf Zoom where he's just
Oh,
like
everybody's
messed
going
up.
nuts on that.
Do you think that's real or do you think he was playing it up?
Shia LaBeouf is definitely.
That is definitely real.
Yeah, you
He
think?
used
He's
to
getting
be
like-
my
like-
neighbor when I first moved to LA. I had a house
Get
in
out
Sherman
of
Oaks.
town.
No
Rachel
way.
Hunter was Rachel Hunter lived next door to me. We shared a wall, and then about 6 houses down was Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my gosh,
And
you ever
then-
see him?
2 houses down from Shia was Dan from Guns N' Roses.
What?
Oh no way.
I
Your
had a
neighborhood
house-
sounds
Literally,
it was
awesome.
cool.
go over to
Up in
Bel
Sherman
Air
Oaks.
and you can watch Keanu Reeves riding his bike and running every morning.
Really?
He's the nicest guy.
Wow.
But Shia used to have raging parties.
Did you ever go?
I did not. I was like, my girlfriend got invited a few times, but
Okay, now
I
I'm picking
did-
up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I did not get invited.
Oh,
So
sorry.
yeah. No, I was cool with it, but I don't know where I'm going with this.
You were just
Wait,
talking about
so you
Shia
think
LaBeouf.
so you think he's like was being real?
100%.
Really?
I hope so
He's
too.
a fucking.
Did you never see the
Party
videos
boy.
of him in Hawaii where he just walked up to that group of people and just started rapping and like just
He's just a regular guy. I think. Like,
No,
yeah,
that's
I-
not a
I-
regular guy.
No, but
Who
no,
does
I think,
that?
like, no, he's just like a guy that's like off on one once in a while, gets fucked up, and then like does his thing.
How many people you know do that like that?
everybody.
musicians.
Quite a lot.
All of you
Yeah,
do
exactly.
that. Everybody does that.
When do I ever Zoom call anybody to completely like 4 p.m. trash 10 beers deep?
The same day that you sign up for Match.com.
That's
I
true.
mean, come on.
I guess that's true. I was a little out of my mind that day.
Yeah, see?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Everybody has their down points. Everybody has their up points. so.
Hey.
I mean, look at the greatest video ever is when Nicolas Cage and Vince Neil walk out of the casino in Vegas, and Vince Neil punches a guy in the face.
I've never even heard of this video.
There's probably 20 of them.
Wow.
Absolutely look them up.
But no, Shia's last 2 movies, The Bone Collector and Peanut Butter Falcon, both good.
Yeah.
Nicolas-
well, the Bone Collector is the one with
Nicolas Cage
where he
and
plays.
who?
It's a Nicolas Cage and Vince Neil.
He plays a cholo.
Okay, that's the one that I've been seeing all the time.
Yeah.
I
What's-
want to.
what's the one where he made it-
tattoos, huh?
I don't know. Did he?
You found it. Her face is lighting
think
right up
so.
right now. She
He
found
might
it.
have. It wouldn't
She's
surprise
loving
me.
this.
Wait.
She's loving this.
Vince Neil, there's Nicolas Cage. Wait, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Are they fighting?
Yes.
See, that's how I want to party.
Wait,
That's
what
how I
is
want to
this?
leave places.
I think they're walking out of the Hard Rock when that happened. That was a couple years ago. It was pretty funny.
I don't know why when you said Vince Neil, for some reason I was thinking of Vince McMahon,
Oh,
and I was
yeah,
like, "This is
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be way sick."
Yeah. Oh, it's still way sick.
Yeah.
What in the
Have you seen the? Speaking of Vince Neil, have you seen where the cameo thing where he did?
Well, yeah, he's drunk. Yeah. I love Vince Neil. He's fantastic.
Whenever I promote my cameos, I always have that picture of Vince Neil Like
Now I want a cameo from Vince Steele.
Are you not on? Are you not on? Are you guys both not on Cameo?
No.
I am.
Oh my god! I figured you guys both be crushing on that right now.
No, I'm bad with keeping up with that stuff, so I took it down because I don't know. I just feel so weird taking videos of myself, and I know that anyone watching this, based on what they think they know of me from Instagram, is gonna be like bullshit. But I really do have a hard time filming myself talking to someone I don't know, and be like, "Hi," and I'm like, I feel like such a tool.
I actually had to propose to somebody for that. They paid me $15 to propose to their wife.
Yeah. Do you ever see the clown guy?
I mean,
the guy,
that's
that guy
awesome.
makes millions.
Is
Puddles,
that the Wrinkles?
Puddles pity party.
Wrinkles the clown.
Yeah,
Wait,
I think
Wrinkles or Puddles?
It's
looks so
whatever.
cool.
Either way, Puddles is from Stern though.
Wrinkles is a creepy guy that's like 7
in
years old.
Florida.
Yeah, but you pay him $5 and he'll just insult the shit out of you as a clown.
Really?
Oh, he's fantastic.
$5?
Yeah, $5 and
That's
just
cool.
and it's just your name inserted into him ripping on people when he's drunk.
That's cool.
I actually told my nephew about Wrinkles the clown. He's 5 years old.
Wait, I wanna
I said,
see.
if you don't listen to your mom, Wrinkles is gonna come and get you. And he was like terrified.
Did
You
you
know,
watch
I
the
did-
documentary?
Oh
on
yeah, I
Yahoo?
watched it. I showed it to her and him right in front. And my sister-in-law's looking at me going like, "Why the fuck are you showing me this?"
Just the video of him underneath the bed, and he comes out. I'm like, no.
It's all fake though.
Yeah,
It's
but
all
still,
fake.
you're
I
like,
know.
no.
But
How do you
it's-
spell
but it's a-
wrinkles?
W-R-I-N.
WRINKALES.
I did.
Yes,
That thing
yeah.
comes up
Yeah.
on Cameo.
Wrinkles the clown.
Oh, that's probably not Wrinkles then. That's
You're gonna have to look him up on YouTube and because you're not gonna find his cameo videos on there.
You know what's even
oh, Clownvis.
You can get the Tommy ones from. Those are fun. The political
You
ones.
can get a cameo for $400 from Insane Clown Posse. That's badass. So I'm not on Cameo.
You've reached Wrinkles the Clown. I'm not here to take your call. Leave me a message, I'll call you back.
That's awesome.
So he just
That's
called
awesome.
Wrinkles.
Yeah.
That's really
Wrinkles.
Oh, that's
We're on the podcast. We love you.
That's cool.
Oh,
That's
so
his
rad.
freaking voicemail. I
Yeah.
thought you paid to have that cool voicemail or something. That's cool. I actually I'm not on Cameo, but I did buy a Cameo for $50 recently. I bought one from the Crypt Keeper.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
he's probably in his 60s now. But when he was doing that show, he was only like 30-some years old, 20-some, 30
and
years
he
old.
looked
Tales
he,
from the Crypt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, I've heard his name. John Cassier.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know it's John. I want to say Krasinski.
No, John. No, that's the Office.
Yeah.
Speaking of voiceover, Mark Hamill, holy crap, who
I
knew
know.
that his voice was everywhere?
Joker.
Dude,
What
it
else?
took me forever
Everywhere.
to realize he
Couldn't
was
do
the
anything
Joker.
else.
I was like,
Yeah.
no way.
And that was
Okay,
my
ready?
favorite cartoon of all time.
Yeah.
That version of Batman
Oh my
was
God,
incredible.
amazing.
So my husband is
Grew
having
up
a
with
hard
that.
day.
Yeah.
My husband is having a hard day, so I bought this for him. Is that great?
Today, I have a special shout out for my good fiend, Jared.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's right, Jared. Ashley tells me that she loves you so much.
Oh, that's so good.
Scary.
Is that great?
That's so
It
good.
That was
the
$50
best-
bucks?
The best $50 I've ever spent. Hell yeah, Cameo. Yes.
That was awesome.
15 of the most expensive cameos that you
Ooh,
can get.
Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
let's see.
He's crazy expensive.
Who's number one?
I think I know this. Hold on.
They're not actually. The jump is gigantic.
You
It-
can get Meredith
is
from
it?
The
Who's
Office
number
for. You
Caitlyn
can text
Jenner.
her for $20. That's weird.
Who's the number one?
Caitlyn Jenner.
How
yeah,
much?
what's she? 50 grand.
2,500.
2,500.
Yep.
That's
Jesus.
nothing. I mean, I thought that would be even crazier.
Can you find out?
She had to become
Can you
a-
look up
a-
from price?
Then it goes. Then it just jumps down to like 500. Brett Favre, $500.
Brett's bored though.
Whoa, Mick Foley
Snoop
only
Dogg,
like $80.
$500.
What? That's
Marlon
awesome.
Wayans, $500.
That is so awesome.
Brian Austin Green, $400.
Oh,
Who still knows who Brian Austin Green is?
Oh,
though? Does
well,
he
hold
still
on.
do anything?
We're gonna tell you
Can't talk
something
about
when we
it.
get off of this, but
Can't talk about it.
yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Fair,
New
fair.
and noteworthy. Well, I want to see the most popular.
So I'm like,
people
since the
on
early
Cameo.
'90s, has anybody?
90210. He's
Yeah.
was married
Charlie
to the
Sheen,
most famous
$350
chick on the planet almost.
Up until recently.
Yeah. So.
Charlie Sheen, $350.
Dude, Charlie
Wait,
Sheen.
$3.50?
$350.
Oh, I was like, dude, crack prices went down. Never mind.
Oh.
I can't
Sorry,
believe
Charlie.
Brian Austin Green's more expensive than Charlie Sheen.
It's not about how they're more expensive. They just want to charge more. So it's,
Yeah.
how much more do they want to interrupt their day for this?
Like mine's only $15. I'm like, dude, just let's go. I'll go on for like 2 minutes. I'll ramble.
Ooh, there's a Tiger King category. You can get Carol Baskin for $300.
Which is crazy because she's getting paid $200,000 an episode on Dancing with the Stars.
Go her.
That's how much you get paid.
Go her. Yeah, right. Damn.
They just released that show, the one that
that
came out
Oscar?
last weekend.
Yeah, you
Or
can
no,
get Oscar
it came
from
out
The
yesterday.
Office for $200.
That's pretty cool.
Let's go. Are you Office fans?
Oh, I watched a couple. I watched the very first one where he started putting the stuff in Jello, and I was like, "This is fantastic."
It only gets better and better.
Yeah. I made it through like half
Chris
of
Angel
season one.
$1,000.
You're kidding. I would totally get Chris Angel. That's awesome.
You don't know him? I thought you knew everybody. That's what your fans said to you.
I'm not cool enough to know Chris Angel yet. I haven't migrated all the way to the cool people in Vegas. But speaking of Vegas, I just for the second time did one of the coolest things I've ever done. Have you ever heard of the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum?
No, I've heard of the Pinball Museum though. Sorry.
First of all, I
in
love
Vegas.
pinball.
It's
and
fantastic in Vegas.
I will absolutely go to that when we go to Vegas next week.
I've always wanted to go to that.
Okay, we'll
and
go.
the Neon Graveyard.
I've never been to that either. But
The Neon Graveyard. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's kind of eerie. Obviously, you guys are into
We're into
eerie,
that,
but
yeah.
it's super eerie because
we'll
if
do that. You wanna
you
do that?
if you're like into like the Rat Pack version of Vegas, like
course.
that's
Look at
That's
this
like
guy.
my jam. Yeah.
yeah.
Look at this guy, of
I was
course.
gonna post that this morning on Instagram, like, oh, we're about to really hit off some
Yeah.
shows today, but like Rat Pack, but kids don't know what the Rat Pack is anymore.
We know.
Oh
yeah, we
man,
know.
dude, Sinatra's been my jams lately.
Did you watch the new documentary that came out about
Dude,
him?
is
No,
Zach
on
Bagans
Netflix.
on
It was
Cameo?
incredible.
Because I want to sit there, like I want to pay attention.
And
Like,
honestly,
that and the Sam Cooke one that they have on there. Oh my god.
His life was so incredible.
Who?
Sinatra's life.
They have a new
like,
documentary?
yeah, it's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
That's cool.
Yeah,
like
no shit.
Sinatra and Sam Cooke.
His life was like next fucking.
I mean,
level.
he was, and the thing is he knew it too, but he was kind of low key cool about it. Like he knew that you had to kiss the ring to be in his circle, but man, what a god! And I had no idea that,
Yeah.
not to be a pervert, he fucked everybody. He fucked.
I mean, that's obviously,
No, but
I'm
like-
not surprised
but like-
by that.
when your
like-
eyes are that blue and your voice is that smooth, how could you not?
I know, but like he made Jack Nicholson
There were
look
no
like he was
comments back
nobody, and Jack Nicholson has fucked half the planet.
Yeah.
So,
and then the Hugh Hefner, it's a docu-series / like reenactment that's really good, but I forget what channel it's on. I don't know if it's Netflix or Amazon or what, but the Playboy story, definitely check that out because it's probably just as fantastic as the Frank Sinatra documentary.
So I've watched the Playboy one where they dove into like the
How-
early 60s
yeah,
and
how
late
he
50s
started
stuff.
it.
The really cool stuff when he had
Yeah.
the TV show and he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
all
yeah.
the jazz singers. Is that the same one?
Did they interview people from his life and reenact it with an actor acting as Hugh Hefner?
No, because I watched the one where he was still alive then. So
Okay, no. This one they have a guy acting as Hugh Hefner from his younger years up to his older years, and it's him how he even got started in journalism and the
he
first
borrowed
time he
from
thought of
his mom or his parents gave him the money.
something like that, but from when he was the college paper journalist and
Yeah.
But it's really, I forget the name of it, but it's really good. Highly recommend that too. It's really inspirational because
What is it on?
He's got a crazy good
I
story.
can't remember
so.
what it is. Hold on now. Let me
Put
look.
this on my add to watch list.
Hugh Hefner story. Hugh Hefner.
I definitely want to see
story.
that Sinatra one though. I've been watching it like every time I go to bed, but I just want to be able to pay attention to it. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just called
I
the
don't
Hugh
know why I keep
Hefner.
moving
Oh,
back to
it's
talk
called
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. You want
it's called American Playboy, and it doesn't say what it's on.
Is
Amazon.
Is his brother in it?
Yes, they interview his brother.
When did it come out? Does it say?
2017.
Okay, then that might be the one. I don't remember it being a reenactment with Hugh because the one with his brother is really good.
His brother's not in it very much.
Okay, then
They interview him here and there.
it's got to be longer than that. But it was because they dove into
This was like
all
episodes.
These
They had like
yeah. I
different-
mean, they went into all like behind the scenes pictures of the mansions in Chicago and the ones obviously in California and
I don't know.
because there's this one was really good. So,
Did it? Let me see.
but like the fact that he broke the mold essentially.
Prime.
Yeah, he
It is
broke.
Prime.
American
Wait, is it this one?
Playboy. Yes.
Yeah, so he like broke the mold for like African American artists and stuff. He's the
Yeah.
first person to put him on TV.
This
and-
guy played him.
No, then I didn't see
Oh,
that
you
one.
gotta check it out. I don't know who this actor is, but that guy.
Who looks nothing like you.
No, like it really does.
He looks like the guy from The Matrix.
he looks
so.
like a really better looking version of Hugh Hefner.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, it's really good though. I'm definitely gonna watch that Frank Sinatra documentary tonight.
I'll watch
It's
it.
really, really good.
And we'll do the Pinball Museum, and we'll do the Neon Museum. But next
Kidding.
time you guys are in
Kidding.
Oh yeah, but go on
Jim
with
Carrey.
Oh, Kidding with Jim
Trust
Carrey.
me.
I should be writing all this down.
Honestly, you it's 2 seasons.
Oh shit.
I promise you'll be like, how the fuck have I not seen this yet?
Well, I love Jim Carrey, so I'm sure I'll love it. You don't have to twist my arm. I promise I'll watch it.
When
I
we
swear.
get off this, I'm going to show you the Ariana Grande scene.
Okay.
Nice.
Just that one scene. You're like, what?
Then I get to show you one Pee-wee's Big Holiday scene.
I'm going to watch that.
We're gonna watch that tonight. Are you kidding me?
I just want to share. I just want to share the glory of one scene with you.
Yeah,
That's all.
we got football, and then I'll watch that for sure.
Speaking of, we have
I'm so
football
excited,
tonight
yeah.
too.
Yes, we do. So
My team comes on at 5. I'm ready.
that's right. Well, we have loved having you guys on here. This has
Thank
been
you.
absolutely incredible. It didn't even
it's
feel
been
like
awesome.
you know,
No,
I mean,
I
It's
didn't
been
realize.
2 hours.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. Before we go, we asked, do you guys want to plug anything? Do you want to mention anything coming
Yeah.
up? Go for it.
Yeah, I definitely do. One thing that I've been working on since quarantine has been Stay Miserable Club. On Instagram, it's Stay Miserable. It's been a bunch of like lifestyle shirts, and we're having a bunch of Halloween stuff coming out. We've been having an Instagram live show as well that we've been playing on the New Year's Day account, which I might start moving to my personal. But yeah, just keep in touch with New Year's Day, Nikki Misery, Ash Costello, and Stay Miserable.
And me, I want to plug the Haxons.
Yeah.
The Haxons is your perfect Halloween party music. It's
Awesome.
if you like Halloween and you like parties and you like
shaking your
Halloween
hips.
parties, if you like ABBA and you like Black Sabbath, they've had a baby
cool.
and it's called the Haxons.
And it's awesome tunes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of it actually.
Let's check that out. Well, that's awesome, everybody. It's been great, but
Yay!
It's been so much fun. Thank you guys so much for having us.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Yeah.
It's
coming.
been rad.
thanks for coming, guys. Thanks everybody for
Thanks.
listening. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Yeah, bye.